with the party a little divided. Menon, immediately turning away from the party, began burying some of the kobolds that were slain. Six quickly caught on and started helping. And
Zelfer having a mental
Zelfer was having a mental breakdown and also eating chips. Meanwhile, Percival eventually did also come to help with the burial, and Sam basically just went off, found the nearest bed, and was ready to fucking hit the hay.
Bastard.
Meanwhile, while you guys were doing this, the kobolds sort of coalesced into one group and took the other end of the garden for their own, seemingly avoiding you after seeing you, after you slaughtered them, saved them, and began slaughtering them again. As you can imagine, they're a bit confused as to what to think of you.
Maybe, if it works.
Yeah, so...
It's just a kobold half-life is what's going on.
Right. So I'll bring us back to the page. And what we have is the remainder of this kobold clan hiding out in the witches' area. We have Sam in the other end of the garden getting ready to just hit the fucking hay. We have Zelfer having a mental breakdown as Zelfer, you may or may not notice, where the witch ghost died, there is a pile of strange ashes coalescing before you. And Menon, Six, and Percy, after a couple hours of digging and hauling, you are able to bury the 10 kobolds that needlessly died.
It wasn't too needlessly. Hey, it wasn't me this time.
So that is where we left off.
Score.
Shut up, that doesn't make it any better.
I'm assuming, Menon, do you give any regard to the party, to Six, to Percy, as you bury the dead?
It makes it better
No.
for me.
Percy or Six, do you try to get her attention, or do you just silently help?
No.
Percival would definitely be silently helping.
Okay,
I'm not necessarily doing it for specifically her, so I'm good.
this is fine. Zelfer, what's going on with you?
He's crying like a little bitch.
He is sitting there
What does the party
Adjusting-
see? Yeah.
adjusting now his leather armor to cover the kind of hole in his cloak, and still trying to cast prestidigitation. Are these plants? I'm gonna ping them. Do they look like wet?
They were the most recently tended by the groundskeeper, so yes, they are probably a
Wasn't it
little bit
rain?
wet. Actually, yeah,
What if-
it did rain just before you guys got here, so the whole place is wet. Thank you.
Nice.
Too wet to burn?
You want to find out?
A little bit.
That's
Zolver kind
terrifying.
of stops casting on himself, looks at the plant and goes, and just firebolts it.
Okay. You fire
Don't
bolt.
ever post Waluigi and Mario hentai again.
You
That's
can't stop
something
us.
Wait, who's top? Who's top? I need to know, I'm checking.
In that
Waluigi.
picture,
Waluigi. Yeah. Anyway,
They share.
you firebolt.
What about what about the Sonic stuff?
No, I'm not even going to scroll up. I got the notification in the fucking car, so...
Okay, continue holding.
You firebolt the plant once and completely dry it out, and some of the leaves begin to wither. If you firebolt it again, it'll probably go up in flames,
Firebolt it!
and it is burnt to a crisp. This is happening while the party is, or a few other party members are burying the kobolds. There's just ashes of a
I'd
former
like
plant.
to move my character towards the plants as they're burnt up and blaze.
Okay, yeah, just all of them.
Yeah, I'm over here. I just want to sit and watch them burn.
Okay,
Like
so
getting as close to the flames without hurting myself.
yeah, okay. So Zelfer, while the party, most of the party anyway, buries the dead, you've taken it upon yourself to start destroying some of the plants nearby, and Sam, at the beginning of this, you kind of just meandered off towards the nearest bed. What are you doing in the meantime? Are you just going right to sleep?
sleeping.
Yeah, I willed my weapon away. I read some of the book.
Mm-hmm. Which I
and,
can
yeah,
give
I'm
you
just going to
details
sleep.
of if you'd like, or you have the document, yes?
Yep.
So you have that information. Okay.
I want the document.
Sam, start implementing your level 5 level up as you go to sleep. the rest of the party, what's going on?
So, what is it? Are the kobolds doing anything?
There
Over
are
here?
some. So at the top left corner of this map, you can see them. They've all kind of gathered anxiously. There are some guarding the entrance, the two small entrances to that small enclosure that
Okay.
the witch formerly lived in. They are watching you anxiously. Their eyes do not veer from you, wielding
Are they
weapons,
doing
clubs.
anything with the stuff that's over there?
No, or at least not that you can see. If you kind of look at them, you see some shuffling inside, but they mostly seem to be
I mean,
meandering
if they're
about.
not going to use the witch's hoard, I feel like we probably should.
Do you
Who's
say
with
this?
me?
Do you say this to your party?
Which is what?
Yeah. Hoard. Her. She has some stuff up in the corner there.
Oh, my brain was not like comprehending correctly. I was like, bored.
Borden.
As the fire dies down, I like
Goddamn.
to move over. Don't like including our characters to here,
Mm-hmm.
and then do the same thing to these plants.
Okay. While you guys are
Fireball.
discussing, perhaps
Fire.
walking over and after your hands muddied, probably covered in a bit of cobalt blood, your clothes wet and muddied as well. You dig the impromptu graves, and you watch Zelfer. Zelfer is burning the plants nearest to you as you're doing this. The rain has died down, and as you're discussing what to do with the witch's hoard, Zelfer moves to the next patch of plants and sets them ablaze.
Do we know what those
Angsty
are?
boy.
I mean, could we make use of healing herbs? Anyone? No? Yeah, it's fine. Keep going.
He's just staring into the flames, no emotion on his face, just watching everything burn.
Mhm. And these burn
Percival's-
much brighter than the last batch.
What do the kobolds seem to think about that?
They are watching, terrified. But they do not
Um,
move.
Okay, I would like to, like, hearish,
Uh-huh.
and see if I can sort of wave at them, smile,
To the kobolds, just gonna
wave at the kobolds. Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what? Maybe that's
Is
not the
Discord
best
laggy
spot.
for everybody, or is that just me?
Just you.
It's generally laggy for me. I'm doing okay though. Actually, I reconsider placement. I'm going to go to the opposite side of this bridge thing.
Okay,
Because,
yep. You
there's more room for them to. Yeah.
sure. So you walk into the next enclosure.
Yes.
Past the smoldering remains of some of the plants that the witch had cultivated, and you walk inside to see 3 beds, 2 of which seem they're all dirty and plain. 2 of which seem to be recently occupied. You can assume that they belong to the Jackson twins.
Fuck.
Another one, another one, kind of disheveled and strewn about in the middle. But you see
Okay.
Sam sleeping in the far right one.
Okay. Well, I will try to get these kobolds' attention then, and sort of wave.
Yeah, if you were to
And,
move to the entrance over here, you can feel free to do so.
Uh-huh.
The kobolds there's one kobold in particular watching that bridge. You certainly have its attention, but it is standing resolute.
All right. I will say, hello. And then I will
Bitch.
approach
Okay.
one step.
What are
will
Percy
say-
and Menon doing?
Percival's gonna find a bed as well, but he's not gonna sleep right away. He's gonna start talking
He's gonna start talking what?
to his deity, but it's gonna be like, bro, what the fuck?
Okay.
Ben's probably just gonna sit there on her knees, staring blankly at the graves.
Sure. Okay. So, 6, you were approaching. As you start to walk down the bridge, the one kobold watching the bridge with a very makeshift bow and arrow pulls the arrow back, aiming it at you, clearly.
Okay. Hi. I understand we've had a miscommunication here, and I apologize for that. I will take one step forward.
I
He-
killed a kobold.
He growls something at you in a language you do not understand.
Yes,
Good.
I completely agree. The issue is I don't speak your language, So I'm gonna keep talking loudly and slowly, and I take another step forward.
Okay. Again, in similar fashion and tone, but this time more sharply, as if barking an
Mhm.
order at you.
Okay.
Dude, like,
Yes. That's that also my favorite. I'm gonna take another step forward. Would it be possible for maybe me to take a look at, and I try to mime a table, at the table?
Does a 15 hit you?
No, it does not.
An arrow goes sailing by your head, hitting the wall behind you.
I see. I take a 5 foot forward.
Do I see?
Um,
Do I see the arrow?
Zelfer, you would notice it.
I'm gonna fire a firebolt right at the entrance of the door.
My hands are up. I'm like waving. I'm showing my hands empty.
I see an arrow fly. Instinctually, I fire a firebolt in the.
Roll the hit with disadvantage.
Oh no.
That's not one.
Okay. You, you blast a firebolt in that direction, hitting one of the supports of the bridge, and the bridge starts to collapse on this side that I've just marked. And 6, you see this happen, this half of the bridge now burning a little bit, and all the kobolds kind of jump. You can see a few shuffling and jump back inside, and the one with the arrow or the bow kind of stands resolute and yells something else at you. And there's a bunch. There's now everybody who's not asleep can hear commotion coming from in that closure.
Yes, that surprised me as well. I shrug and take 5 foot forward there, balancing on the bridge. But the main issue is still, I'm wondering if I could take a look at the table. And I like point and make a flat gesture with my hand. You know, a flat gesture, indicating the table.
Make me a persuasion check, please.
Okay, I can do that. Aha!
Oh, wow. Okay. So you carefully walk forward, your hands raised now, letting the arrow sail by you, trying to show as best you can non-aggression. You walk forward,
Indeed.
kind of teetering on the bridge, and you eventually, you kind of make with your hands the outline of a table, and are able to seem non-aggressive enough that the kobold ahead of you kind of lowers his bow and looks behind him, and you see him muttering something to someone else.
Okay, I'll try to take another not while he's not looking, but once he kind of glances back that direction, I will take another 5 foot forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the table. I say that's right. I just I would like to take a look, maybe grab a couple things. We'll just see. We'll take it slow. How's that? And I would take another 5 foot.
The kobold is now eyeing you up and down, kind of hesitantly holding its bow at its side, not sure of what to do, and kind of it very sharply looks back and mutters something, very guttural every once in a while. Eventually, it steps to the side, and you recognize the leader of the kobolds kind of step forward, and he walks up kind of toward the entrance, looks down at the fire, and looks at you and says, "What want?"
Oh, I thought that guy died. Hey,
Vsauce, Michael here.
where are your fingers?
Are fingers real?
I would like to take a look at the items over there. And I take a step forward. I kind of raise the hands again, motion toward the table.
He kind of eyes you up and down, and then kind of looks back into the enclosure and kind of tilts his head. And the kobolds start to actually walk out. Zelfer, you would probably now notice after all that commotion, the kobolds start kind of hesitantly walking out, and you see the remainder of them walking kind of toward you as they leave the enclosure. And the leader kind of steps to the side and watches you as you enter, 6.
Okay, I will do
Zelfer,
that.
are you
I
going to
will-
be doing anything while this is happening?
I move to the staircase. I'm gonna sit on the stairs.
Mhm.
And basically hold fire, be like testing the fire in my hand and staring at them, making sure just kind of looking at the fire, looking at them.
Okay. The fire is mostly burned out at this point. It's mostly ashes.
Yeah. That,
Okay. So Percy has moved. He's come out of the enclosure. He's moved over to the fountain, the center platform, and he's now meditating about something or other. Percy, you would notice as you walked up the stairs over here, you would notice a strange, slightly glowing pile of ashes where the ghost was killed. Menon, are you still just on your knees, upset
Yeah,
about
she'll
the?
probably stay there until she passes out.
Fair enough. Okay. Then
Or
6.
until somebody tries to, like, drag her somewhere else.
Sure. 6. You enter the enclosure. What you looking for? What you doing?
Quite slowly, and I would say, I'm very sorry for your loss. We were tricked as well by the witch, and I will step forward to examine these items on this table.
Okay. When you step up to the table, you notice a strange, blackened, decorated dagger of some sort, and a few gold pieces scattered about. Perhaps some spices or maybe herbal extracts.
I would like to pick those things up and put them in my backpack.
Okay. Go ahead and add a decorated dagger.
Decorated dagger.
10 gold.
Okay.
And herbal extracts.
Herbal essences, the shampoo.
Bro, you're smacking that fucking hemp leaf right into your throat.
Okay.
Weed gummy bears.
you're my
Well,
favorite
eat
gummy
some.
bear.
And 6, as you're kind of gathering some of these things, you notice the leader, the kind of Kobold clan leader. You can kind of feel him walking up behind you, and he's kind of like peering over, like around you, looking at what you're grabbing. And
Okay.
He's not saying anything, but he's watching what you're doing very intently.
All right. I will kind of sidestep here. Is this an actual thing? Is there anything to find there?
Yeah. If you go ahead and look, you would find some red flower petals, a couple
Okay.
more gold pieces, 2 more gold pieces, and
Okay.
some spices of some sort.
Okay. Does that fall under herbal extracts there? I don't need to add anything else.
No, you can add spices as well.
Spices. Okay. What is this pile of red stuff?
Those are the red flower petals.
Gotcha. Okay. And last question. This looks like a really big scroll. What is that?
It is in fact a massive scroll, depicting a human figure.
Okay.
And it is life size. Has strange markings and shapes surrounding it. Perhaps it has something to do with anatomy, or it's hard to say without.
Okay. All right. Well, I will roll that up.
Okay.
And kind of just tuck it under my arm, I guess.
Well, tuck it under your arm. How are you gonna? This is a life size.
I'm just carrying it. Yeah. No.
Okay,
that's
you're
fine.
just carrying it. Sure, you have the
I'm
scroll.
carrying the large. In the inventory. Okay.
Okay.
I say, this garden is yours now. We're removing the dangerous items, and you may stay here if you wish. Again, I am sorry, and I will walk back this way, assuming the bridge is still not burned out.
It is hanging by one side. You're gonna have to do some maneuvering to get across it now, but you can.
Okay. Do I need to make a roll, or are we good?
No, you're fully capable.
Okay. All right. I will make my way back this way.
Mm-hmm.
Over here. And I will say, let's see. You're asleep, aren't you? Well, I will.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes, I do. That's the type of thing Six would say. Hey guys. I think maybe we should leave the kobolds to their new home.
And as Six is calling this out, Percy, Menon, I get Sam, perhaps if you're a light sleeper, and Zelfer, you would hear him kind of calling out, "Hey guys, you should probably leave him be." Zelfer, as he's saying that, you're watching the horde of kobolds slowly leaving, with the leader close behind them, kind of eyeing you, watching you as they pass by you.
I point at the plants that right here, and I send firebolt. And I look at the leader and go, "That's right."
Okay. You set another blaze, and the kobold mutters something at you. You don't understand, and they continue to leave, and they kind of cautiously walk around the flame as best they can. Okay. Percy, are you here?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
back.
So you said you're casting Toll the Dead. On
That
the
is a
edge.
thing he does after battle.
Okay. What exactly
Do
is
I
the
need to
purpose of
roll
doing
to-
this?
Like right there.
I mean, not to hit, but I just want to know, like, what in game, what is the purpose of this? What are you trying to do?
He believes that tolling the dead sends their souls to the afterlife.
Okay. Yep. Actually, roll me a d4.
Fuck.
Okay. You cast Toll the Dead
I
on this
sure
kind
do.
of glowing, slightly faintly glowing ashes.
It's not a light ring though. It's not like a ding. It's like a church bell bong.
Pong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big
Big bong.
bell. So.
Like a Big Ben,
Mhm.
but like coughing.
And you can hear the shifting from the massive kobolds leaving as they hear this, and they kind of uncomfortably start to leave.
Epic.
So you were meditating. Were you trying to contact or just meditating?
Both to a degree. He would have been like, "Yo, what the fuck?" if he could get to him.
Okay.
Like, I know it's been 15 years, but don't bite my dick, dude.
What do you mean you don't like teeth?
Okay. As you cast Toll the Dead, and you kind of maybe return, you gauge your surroundings, and you maybe return to your meditation. I'm gonna take you to Secrets.
I'll miss you.
You go back to your meditation, and you think deeply about the time you spent in your restraints, how much you may have missed, what's happened, and your what exactly are you think? What would you be thinking or trying to contact Baphomet with? What would you be saying, perhaps?
What would I be saying to contact him?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, bud, we need to talk.
You kind of hear a very faint in your head, that you haven't heard for quite some time.
So, like, that whole thing that happened, could we, like, not do that again?
What thing?
That's fair. That's just the sword.
It's
Okay,
just a
good
sword.
talk, my guy.
Be gone
Sorry,
with
what?
you.
Okay. Thanks.
Have fun.
So you can color it in.
Here I am.
Okay. So there are flowers ablaze. Six is kind of trying to rally the party. Menon, are you going to respond to his call at all, or are you're just there?
Just done.
Yeah, no, frozen.
Okay.
God damn it, Isaac.
Then unless anyone's intervening, the kobolds are leaving.
You guys can stay. I let him go.
Okay.
I scream out, "If you head back to the village, we'll make sure to burn the rest of you."
Jesus.
And then
And-
I lay my head against the stairs if I was to go to sleep.
Okay. And
On a
with that, they are
staircase.
gone.
Staircase, sleeping. It's
Oh, okay,
probably
it's
the
real
worst.
Rough day
Gone
for the
to
kobolds.
bed.
I will urinate.
So like
on the
6
ladder.
people just talked. What?
Okay, everybody on 3? Okay.
Go-
1, 2, 3.
Ah!
First of all,
Sam wakes back up and sits up, probably looking mildly perturbed. After
First
6
of
was
all,
like
I mean, I
yelling.
guess,
God damn
I
it.
guess we can stay here. I guess.
Hey, what's Percival doing?
You'd never guess.
Oh yeah,
He's sleeping.
he's going to sleep just on the center platform.
No, he's gonna go to one of the beds.
Right, there's okay. You can go ahead and do that.
Hey, y'all fucks don't mind
Braxton's
if I,
sleeping on the
hit that
stairs.
motherfucking shit.
The staircase is my home.
Yep. Braxton, go ahead and add your level 5 then.
That's not my
Braxton.
name!
Braxton. Fuck! Not Braxton! Ah! Ah!
Brax, fuck.
God damn it! Okay, Zelfer, go ahead and do your level 5.
I just minus my level 3, guys.
Who just
Oh.
kicked?
Okay, then Percy and Sam are kind of laying down in the beds. Six, what's up? Nobody's really
What's up?
heeding your
Bed?
call.
Is there another bed?
There's a third one. It's kind of disheveled and tossed about, but yeah.
Well, at least there is one. The last place I stayed did not have a bed in the room.
Imagine
so
that shit.
I'm just gonna. I'll go ahead and lie down, and I guess everybody's resting. So
Okay,
that's me too.
and kind of fix it up the best you can. Menon, I assume you eventually pass out in front of the graves
Yep.
in tears. Okay, everybody go ahead and level up to level 5.
Falling asleep in a puddle of tears. That's just been my week.
And this is as great a time as ever.
Can I move her before I sleep?
You know what? Yes,
Even if
you can
she hasn't
attempt.
fallen asleep, she wouldn't resist.
She's
I
kind
would,
of nodding off, kind of doing that like crying herself to sleep thing. You perhaps would notice her. Yes.
You know that thing
Alright.
she does.
I'll put her on the
Yeah.
bed as best I can fix it up, and then I will
The shower.
lie down in the corner.
Menon, are you resisting at all?
No.
Okay.
Percival would then offer his bed
Oh,
to him and say, "You
oh.
deserve it. I attacked you."
I just smile and say I'm used to it, and
Ooh.
Oh,
and
ow!
tip my head back. Not the attack. I mean sleeping on the floor.
Oh.
Sorry.
You fucking got me for a second. I'm like, oh shit, what's your backstory, my guy? Fuck.
Yeah, that was a bit of a move for a moment.
Yeah, I just tip my head back against the wall and close my eyes and drift off to a peaceful sleep.
Okay.
If
Alright,
you're just
then.
sleeping on the floor, then what the fuck was all the hullabaloo about the bed?
I mean, every once in a while, I like to change it up. Okay, I don't
Like to
feel
stuff
like
your
that
bed
should be
down the
something
toilet?
I should be attacked over. Honestly,
I don't feel like I need to validate myself for wanting to sleep on a bed. Fuckface.
Okay. Now you're free to pass if you would like, but I'm gonna ask everyone, starting with, fucking Zelfer. What has Zelfer been doing in the previous adventures that has led to his skills being honed? That would result in this level up. Perhaps in your off time or specific things you've tried or trained in.
He'd be. He's been reading a lot of magic
Mhm.
from that book,
Mhm.
which would
Penis
lead to
book.
him getting the new fire spell. And then studying and learning more magic and practicing his magic all the time, which is why he burns things, to get his magic skills even stronger. Because now my firebolt does 2d10, motherfucker.
Noise.
You can burn so many more flowers.
All the flowers.
Okay.
I don't even get another spell level up until
I have
level
no
7.
clue how to explain how I get the second spell. So,
I can tell you.
well, life transcendence,
Mm.
transference.
What's that?
The second spell I told you is fireball and
Mhm.
life transference.
I'm actually one moment. In the book that you've been reading with the basic, whatever fire magic, there is a separate page, kind of like almost looks like it was crumpled up and jammed in there with these spells and descriptions and
Okay.
kind of how to practice in them. So you found them in that book.
Gotcha.
We just did
Okay.
not fucking grasp.
So I
Apologize to 6.
through
I
the book,
like- oh,
study it,
well-
put it away,
Yep.
I
and
would wave
learn
it
my
off.
2 new spells and stronger magic.
Sure. Percival, do you have anything or?
I think a big talk with that demon would have done something.
Fair enough.
But also like getting out and feeling his blade again and everything.
Perhaps he's grown as a person in the last 15 years.
Well,
A little bit.
all I
In
get for
strange
this
ways.
level up is a little bit of extra health and the ability to swing my sword twice instead of once.
He's like reinvigorated, like I'm out. Yes, I'm gonna swing it so
I can
hard.
swing it anytime.
Okay. What about Sam? Jesse, you there?
Sam's asleep.
Sam's super sleep.
My mic
Oh.
was muted.
Oh, yes, it was.
We'll just don't do
It
that.
was.
So, what would
Um,
Sam be doing in his past or free time to train, or what would specifically bring him to this new level in his skills?
communicating with his weapon, and he can feel his muscles again. He can move now.
Yeah, being alive. Yeah, that might help.
Literally just Alex Louis Armstrong. God damn it.
Are you really talking to your weapon?
Yes.
Is your weapon
Do
your
I
wife?
notice that?
Waifu?
I mean, if you're paying attention
Does it
Okay.
respond?
to me,
What kind of
So we
voice does
just-
it have? Is it
We
Australian?
just see a guy talking to a sword.
yeah, that's what you see.
Okay.
6, how about you?
I'm. Oh, what I've been working.
Yeah,
sorry?
what would bring you to this new level?
Well, definitely, I would say the attack on the statue would have potentially pushed me to attempt to hone my punches a little bit more.
Yeah, after punching
Um,
stone for
that was
half
a-
an hour. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very frightening experience, and I do know that the more energy I put into developing my powers, the one of the things that I can essentially gain is magical damage with my fists, essentially, just where I won't take any pain. I won't feel anything if I'm punching like steel even. So I'm trying to focus my mind on that and bring that to myself.
Okay. And Menon.
I don't know. I guess most of her skills involved talking to people and conversation, and a lot of that going on. So I guess that.
Okay. And 6, as you lay down to sleep and perhaps are pondering that these things you've been working on, you feel kind of some movement in your clothes, and Bess pops up from your shoulder and is kind of squeaking at you about something or other.
You lean against the wall, forgetting her in your back, and you just hear the sickening pop as the mouse explodes.
No, that's only something Blake would do.
Oh yeah.
Are you out of cheese? I say, would you like some water? I'll stand up and head toward the
Cheese
toward
water.
toward the water here.
Okay. Bess immediately jumps off you and kind of leans down toward the water, laps them up, and hops back into your clothes.
Oh, fabulous. I kind of
late night drink.
rub her little head and I say, is there anything else you need right now?
The pussy.
And
think
she
we're gonna take a
disappears back
rest.
into your clothes.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah. I think we're gonna go ahead and take that rest.
Nice warm
I
little
love her.
fuzzy spot on by your shoulder.
Eden, don't look in the Discord.
I sort of absentmindedly cradle that little section, make sure she's warm.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
You sure do.
Sorry, that's
Ground
kind of amazing.
ground
Oh, she
beef
left.
Pop-Tarts.
Eden and Blake both gagged at it.
I think it's just worse because it's definitely raw ground beef is what I'm looking at.
It looks like a Pop-Tart could filled with that. It
Yeah,
really does.
it's really
it
terrible.
Like it would be like raspberry or some shit.
Anyway, so you guys have all leveled up to level 5. We're going to move on to the following day. Probably relatively early morning. You guys all wake up to
I stretch.
somebody rolling me a d12.
Pop my
I
joints.
dipped
Oh,
it last time, so someone else can have it.
Eden.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Right,
oops, there
it's-
was an error with my formula.
It's Eden's
Eden, roll a d12.
I'm rolling it.
Hold
I'm
on.
rolling it.
Holden, why are you
Oh,
just
fuck.
now liking someone's tweet?
What the
What's
fuck
with
is
that?
going on?
I didn't just
Shit's
like
got an
tweet.
alert that you're
5,
liking
11.
tweets.
I'm not liking
6-3.
tweets.
Eden, that's
My
a
shit,
lot of.
sorry, my shit like glitched. It wouldn't.
Are
Why is one of them
any
a
those
D20?
numbers acceptable?
5.
Just take the first roll.
That's what I did. Okay. It
Yeah.
beca-
No. Take the d20 one. 11.
I mean, if you want to, I can, but you won't like it.
I don't.
Actually, no, you might prefer
just
that.
Take the first one.
Okay.
All in.
You guys, Braxton, Zelfer, you're woken in the morning to some slight to moderate rain hitting your face outside.
When is it not fucking rain?
When
It's
you
your guys'
roll
fault.
below a 5, I guess.
Kind of sits up, looks at the
Dire rain.
staircase, cracks his entire back and neck.
Okay.
Okay.
And what is everyone else doing as they wake up? To the sound of rain hitting the kind of shanty roof above you.
You hear the sound of rain and the sound of Zelfer's back just.
Yeah. You hear it for
I'll
miles.
head back over to the water. I'll take a drink myself there. See if the missus wants any.
The missus.
The
Best
messy
as
fucking
you
mouth.
kind of as you lean in and maybe cup some water into your hand and
He's fucking
sip a
the
little bit.
mouth.
Uh-huh.
Bess also kind of like walks out onto your forearm and leans in and drinks a little bit and then jumps and then crawls back into your clothes.
Perfect. I don't even dump it out. I just drink the same water.
He's fucking the mouse. He's 100% fucking the mouse.
I will learn the
He's a
spell
rat, bro.
polymorph. I'm gonna learn the spell polymorph so you can fuck that rat. That is now my end goal of this campaign.
We're in the end
I'm
game
glad to
now.
have inspired you, but it
We're in
really
the end
isn't.
game now. God damn it.
The part of the journey is the end. You will fuck a rat. I hope you understand.
I mean, I don't like to knock things until I try them. It's just not necessary. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Thank
That's
you.
exactly what I'm saying about dick sucking, though. Like, I'll suck a dick for free the first time, and if I enjoy it, then I'll take money for it. If I don't like that shit, fuck no, dude.
You'll take even more money for it.
Yeah. I swear I'm not gay, though.
That's a lie.
Yeah, I know.
Whew.
So what's everyone doing?
Blake didn't think that we would know that he's playing Minecraft.
I'm not playing Minecraft.
Or Isaac.
Well-
One of you are clicking.
Oh, yeah.
I walk
do
over
need-
and stand right
Yes.
here. Right
Okay.
there.
Zelfer is standing
This
right there.
this area right here is where I am standing.
It sure is. Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Why?
Jesus.
Hey Blake, where are you standing?
Right there, maybe?
I'm glad you asked, Eden. Right there.
Is it right there?
Are you sure?
Right there? Right there.
If you
Right there.
if you follow the weird
Like right
color
there-ish.
arrow,
Kind of there.
this weird color
Right
arrow,
there. Sort of
I
there
am
sometimes.
standing
Slightly there.
right there.
Kind of
Right
there.
there.
A little bit there.
Right
Kind of
there.
there sometimes. And then when he's
So,
feeling it over
right
there.
there.
When he's feeling
Right there.
adventurous, even a little over there. Kind of
No,
there.
no, no.
Mm,
Just
right there.
right
I'd like to take a moment to
here.
point out that I haven't drawn on the map.
Thank you, Jason. I appreciate you.
Wait, why didn't
Anytime,
mine
bud.
erase?
What? Everyone's erased. I erased everyone's. Oh, and now there's an
Oh,
error.
right
Okay.
there.
Right. Perfect.
Oh,
Zelfer.
look at. Can I move my token?
Go ahead.
Right there.
Zelfer.
So Zelfer, Sam walks past you, going toward the center
I
of
kind
the
of look
garden.
at him. Yes, Mr. Six.
Do you think that witch's ashes hold any magical properties or anything like that?
Give me 10 minutes. I walk there and I get. Holden, can you guess what I'm about to do?
Yeah, I know what you're gonna do.
Move the arrow to point at me where I'm standing right now. Exactly.
Okay. Is anybody else doing anything while he's
I'm
examining these ashes? Go ahead and
I'm
cast it.
ritually casting it. Well, okay. So,
Sam
10
studies
minutes.
the statue. Sam,
Uh,
as you stand there studying the statue, it rises about 15
Nine.
feet above. It's rather large for the garden. As you stand there studying it, it depicts. It's not perfect, but it brings back memories of fighting alongside your brother, and is pretty damn close to the size and shape and kind of look of the armor he wore, and the thickest of battles, and it brings back memories that seem like they happened just yesterday and at the same time hundreds of years ago. Perhaps it's a little emotional, perhaps not. Menon, you are offered some cheese as you wake up.
Would absent-mindedly take it, just start
Breakfast.
nibbling on it.
Okay.
Most important meal of the day.
God damn it. Six is just so serious as a monk.
For real. Okay. Does anybody else have anything in particular they'll be doing in the morning?
Crystal's waking up, and he's jumping in the water and cleaning himself off.
Okay.
It's a good.
It's probably a good idea,
Good idea.
considering how bloody and muddy you were from yesterday's cleanup.
Yeah.
Yup.
Okay.
Seeing him do that, I'm gonna wheel my armor away and do the same thing.
Okay.
Cop-
So you're
fucking copycat,
both
whatever.
you're both having a little dip in the water.
Bro,
Splash.
dude, guys,
Splish splash, they're taking a
Splash
bath.
each other all sexy.
I'm doing it too, but I'm looking the other way.
Okay.
Stop.
So, Menon, basically, when you finally crawl out of bed, you're gonna see Zelfer hunched over some ashes, and the rest of the guys probably half naked, just swimming around in the water.
Half
Scroll.
naked.
Oh, right.
I'm just sitting there scrawling fucking ruins on the
You
ground.
know what? I'd actually walk over, take off my shoes, and just dip my feet in the water and sit down.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
about it.
It is actually comfortably cool.
Percival's used to the military. He's all the way in there, balls deep.
Okay.
In the
don't really,
Navy.
But very quick, like.
Six doesn't really trust statues anymore. He's taking a look at the.
Swimming up to it.
Zelfer, as they're all kind of jumping in the water, you're concentrating, and once you
10 minutes
once
pass.
you 10 minutes go by, and you do discover 10 minutes later. You discover there is a faint aura of necromantic magic about these ashes.
Mr. Six. I look at Mr. Six.
Who's kind of in the water below you.
I look at him. I also
Yaza.
look at Percy as he is near me, kind of glancing around with the spell active. He is within 30 feet of me. Everyone is just kind of glancing about, trying to find Six because I don't know where the fuck he is. Keep that in mind. I've been focusing.
I pop up over this wall. Yeah,
That
but
wall is like 10 feet up.
Can I
Yeah,
roll?
I grow 10 feet.
I can make him grow 10 feet. Do I have that spell prepared?
There's no way you're gonna jump out of the water just up that wall like ah.
Yes.
Are you sure? Hold
I mean,
on.
he
wait
is
a
a
second.
tell me how you get up there, and I'll have a
Okay.
check.
Give me just 1 second to figure it out, and
Okay,
you,
what's everyone else doing then while he's figuring that one out? How he's gonna piss me off? Go ahead.
I'm hoisting him. I'm giving him a leg up. No, I'm kidding.
hang on 1 sec.
Just laying in the water.
You know what? Actually, just gonna. You know what? Feeling a little bit better. Just strip down to my own undergarments and dip in.
Okay.
Step of the wind. Doubles my jump. Oh, distance, not height. Never mind. I'll just walk around.
I was gonna say, when you pulled that off, I would have been.
He just like dolphin launches
Wait.
himself out of the water.
Can I parkour off this statue?
That is
Can launch.
Can I
Go on.
parkour off
that
this
is what I
statue?
was hoping you would ask. Go ahead and make a dex
Yes.
check for
Alright.
me.
Here we go.
Acrobatics,
Come
if
on.
you'd like.
Acrobatics. I would
you
like
take
that.
performance?
I'm trained in that. Here we go. And did that work? No.
So Zelfer, you kind of go, Mr. Six, not knowing where he's kind of looking around, and then in front of you here, you know, the statue, it's like it's maybe its abdomen, its lower abdomen, it kind of is at level with the top, the top of this main centerpiece to the garden here, and you see Mr. Six kind of like leap up. He kind of climbs up the leg. You can't see this, but he climbs up the leg and then kind of tries to do a little jump and kick off of the statue's thigh. And he kind of like Zelfer, what you see is his fingers kind of like awkwardly and slippery grab at the wall, and you kind of see him like scramble up. It's a little awkward, but he kind of gets up and he's like, yes, that's me. Kind of pokes his head up and scrambles the rest of the way up.
I kind of look at him. Well, that was unnecessary. They are
Probably.
magical.
In a good way? Or in a we should destroy these kind of way?
In a necromancy way.
I see. What's your opinion on necromancy?
I actually read a spell about necromancy the other night. I've actually committed to memory.
Do you think these ashes could help you in any way?
No, but we can sell them most likely.
Money.
Okay.
However, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you think you could do that jump up here, but with more finesse? And I'm gonna walk over and try to push him into the water.
Six,
Uh,
I'm assuming you're contesting.
no, I'm shocked and I fall over the wall.
Okay, and everyone else in the water just hears a big splash as Six re-enters the water, like back first. Like it's like a belly flop, but on your back, and it's not
That's called a
pleasant.
backflop, fuckface.
Fuck you.
It's called a fucking pancake.
Try again.
I've never heard it called a pancake, so I don't believe you.
Like, not even once.
epic big
Whoa.
raid. Did somebody raid and I
Try
don't
again,
see
but
it?
this time with
Hello?
more. How do you people say it?
Panache?
Panache. Okay.
Nash.
That's what we people say.
Then I'm gonna back
Uh,
up over to here and then yet again look around me.
Somebody raid?
Okay, I take a second to roll my shoulders, pop the
I don't see
the
a raid.
knuckles, and try one more time. Nothing happened. There we go. Hey!
Good God. Okay. Well, this time, what happens is you kind of you have the feel for the you're despite being completely fucking soaked, you kind of you do a little jump off of the shin onto the platform in the center, back onto you do like a Mario back and forth jump, and then do a little nice little front flip onto the platform and kind of land on your feet, maybe arms at your sides, like yeah, or on your hips, like yep,
I
that's
give
better.
A
Maybe,
little bow.
maybe strike a
As
little
you jump
pose,
up,
do a bow.
You notice I'm not looking. I'm glancing around trying to see if there's anything else magic within 30 feet of me.
All right.
It would
Oh,
super.
oh,
Hey,
you
hey,
did it!
Real quick, this scroll that I found and this dagger.
Are
What,
they
what
on
can you
your
make it?
soaking wet body?
They're over there. I
Where?
point toward the bed
Well-
where we all slept.
Okay, and I'm gonna just scamper over in here.
Yep. Okay. You would notice necromantic magic emanating off of the dagger. The scroll, there's no magic.
I pocket the dagger.
Okay. You now have a decorated dagger.
Alrighty. Yeah, you
Decorated
you like that? That's
Uh,
great.
you're not with
that's
me.
fabulous.
Oh,
Oh,
did you
okay.
follow me?
I was thinking about it, but no, that's
No,
fine.
tell me, would you have followed me in there?
Yeah, I would have just to see what
What up, freestyle?
what you were gonna say.
Then I'd pick up the dagger and go magic, and then I'd put it in my inventory.
Okay. Yeah.
Do we have any packaging to bag up the ashes?
That's where my
Um,
asshole comes into service.
Extra
I-
pockets, 100.
Learned
Would
it
an
in
empty
prison.
bottle work?
Would a what work?
An empty bottle?
Sure.
I drained the dregs from the whiskey bottle.
Okay, Menon, you do get half-heartedly clean. And you're probably a bit disdained to see all the mud and blood kind of washing off your clothes or off of your body beneath you. Yeah, if you head over to the ashes and
Heading over to the ashes.
you're putting them in a flask,
It's a bottle, like a corked bottle.
like a corked whiskey bottle.
Yeah.
And how are you going about putting the ashes inside? This is important.
Oh, I'm not there.
Whoever is putting them inside, this is important. I need to know how you are putting them in.
My
Does
teeth.
you hand me the bottle? I hand it back
Yes.
and go. So you are much more adept with bottles.
I was afraid of that. Yeah. Let's we'll move on back over here. What else do I have in my inventory?
One second. I use prestidigitation to dry off 6 before he touches anything.
Clean up the inside of that bottle too, maybe.
Can I do that?
Why not?
Harmony effects, stuff out.
By the way,
Clean-
Percy and
And
Sam,
clean.
Menon's half naked in the water. Tits. Back to you guys.
Nice.
I can clean, so I point it out and I clean with prestidigitation. I clean out the bottle.
You do so.
Excellent. Can you use that to get the ash inside
You
the
can.
bottle?
I cannot, but you can.
Okay.
Let me see if I have anything to help you in my satchel.
Okay, I'm checking that as well.
I have.
And-
I guess I have a large. I probably have a spoon with my cook's utensils.
Bro, just
I
spoon
love
it
it.
in. We can light it and smoke it like fucking crack, dude.
But Finna not a fan of that. I pull out one piece of paper
Hey, Blake.
Good
don't
call.
talk.
I don't have any paper on me.
and I kind of
You
put it
got
on the
it.
ground and grab another piece of paper and start to try to shuffle the ash onto it.
Perfect. Make a
Hold the
little
bottle.
paper funnel.
And I do make a little paper funnel with the same 2 pieces of paper because I'm not wasting more than 2, and try to funnel it into the bottle.
So you're making a paper funnel and then using another piece of paper to push it in there.
Yes.
Okay. Well done. I'm gonna say with just a couple of minutes, you can carefully scoop the most of the ashes in there. Yeah.
I don't like how he said well done.
Yeah, I definitely try not to.
Yeah.
Great.
You're able to
I,
get.
I,
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'll add that.
I
to my
cork
inventory.
that thing and hand it over.
I grab it and put it in my satchel. What
And
is it called?
As soon as you cork it, it does begin to very faintly glow. Like a light green.
Do you know what Zulfur does?
hmm.
He shakes the bottle.
Nothing changes.
Huh.
I note
Interesting.
the glowing bottle and frown slightly.
I-
That's probably not going to come back to bite us.
It might.
What you can mark that as in your inventory is bottle of witch ghost ashes. Bottle of
Wow,
but
witch
add the word
hyphen
Fucking
ghost.
real
first.
creative with the name there. Shit.
Listen, dude, I literally combined a witch and a ghost and made you guys fight it. What do you want from me?
I use
Two witches.
prestidigitation.
Woast?
I use prestidigitation to try to clean off my pieces of paper before I put them
I
back
think
in
it
my
should
satchel.
be a
And it is
gitch.
successful,
A gitch. I like a gitch.
Host.
Mr. Six.
Mr. Six.
Yes.
Person.
What? Don't call me
Gazelle.
person. What are we doing next?
I mean, I feel like we should probably go back and talk to Mr. Jackson. I mean, he might have a reward for us. Who
Miss
knows? He was
Jackson.
kind of a.
Are you
kind of a jerk.
nasty?
Well, I would like some gold.
Miss Jackson.
I need to purchase a pearl worth at least 100 gold. And currently, I pull out a small coin pouch and count out. I have 9 gold at the moment.
I hand everyone 2 gold. I say I found some group treasure.
11. Only 89 more gold before I can buy that pearl.
Okay. Where do you have? Where are you buying this pearl?
Somewhere, someone will have
Pearl
one.
store, dumbass.
Okay. Good. Hey, if we find one and you need a loan, let me know.
Of course. Mr. Percy,
Yep.
you owe me a cloak.
I owe you more than that, my friend.
I start to walk towards these plants, and I kind of, you see me look at my hand that I've been using to cast Firebolt. I look at the plants. Another time.
I'll come back for you later, baby.
I'll make my way over here.
You fuck
Get out of the water.
I
Okay.
walk towards him and I dry him off.
With prestidigitation.
Yeah.
Okay. Sam, as soon as you exit, as soon as you kind of climb out of the water and
Thank
maybe
you,
start
and I
to,
put my clothes back on.
yeah, he immediately dries you off.
Epic. I air dry myself, dude. Shit's awesome. Have you ever actually legitimately air dried yourself after a shower though? Like nobody's home, and you're
The
there.
blow dryer? Yeah.
Yeah, my
No,
mom.
no,
treated
What do you
me
do?
so
Like do
fucking
jumping
weird.
jacks?
No.
Ow.
The fact you said blow dryer pisses me
Uh-huh.
off.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, my parents will come home and then not knock on my door and then be like, "Oh, why are you on your bed naked?" Because I want to be, mom.
Because I'm an adult, and sometimes adults lay on their bed naked.
Like I'm
With
usually
other adults.
at least wrapped in a towel because I don't want my bed to be soaked. But like they treat me like I'm completely fucking naked and doing something weird. Like
Oh yeah? Are you doing anything weird?
Yeah, screaming The Sims really loud.
don't please stop saying that.
You're never gonna live it down.
I really want to ask, but I'm not going to.
Don't ask. I'm not.
let's,
We probably will, but I will not.
let's head back to Mr. Jackson's.
Can I do the
Miss Jackson,
talking?
Miss Jackson. Miss Jackson. Yes.
You can definitely start, big guy. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
can we
I'd
start
like
heading
that.
back?
Is a party in agreement? Is everyone heading back then?
Yeah, I'll throw clothes back on my
Works
body.
for me.
Okay. So
As
you-
we pass these plants, I'm burning them.
which plants? Oh, those.
These ones.
Okay. Noted. As you guys pass by these
Your
flowers.
phone bug?
As you pass
Yes,
by
mine too.
these.
My phone bug too.
You guys, Zelford does right in front of you guys, very casually, just burn all of the flowers and plants over
Like-
here.
Flick my wrist to the side, just firebolt them, and they burn.
Yep, pretty much.
I mean, I feel like we could probably come back here if we wanted to make this base of operations.
Can we do some decorating?
It's too
Yeah.
open for me.
Well, first,
Too
I'd
far
like
away
to.
from the city.
It's
too
too full
Okay.
of dead bodies for me.
Okay. Good call. That's fine. Let's go.
All right. So it's not gonna take you guys too long to head back. You do pass by. Ah, wait, that's not right. Hold on.
Oh.
Pass by the kobolds.
No, you don't. Ah,
They're
you
already
guys,
dead.
you guys do pass by on your way back. Now it's starting to dry out a bit, but the kind of muddy, dry dirt remains of the quote unquote battle that took place.
Yeah.
Reminded of your little adventure with first meeting the kobolds.
Should we search their huts? No? All right. I passed them by as well.
Okay, you guys all pass by.
You're good
Um,
Talk to
kids.
everybody.
Pillage then burn.
I'm
didn't
gonna
have
stop and try.
huts.
I'm gonna glance into the whole. I'm gonna glance around and see if they came back this way.
Make a survival check for me.
Oh boy!
God, I fucking love it. When
boy.
you do that.
Look at that motherfucker. Oh,
I mean, as far as you can tell, they aren't here or haven't been here.
I rolled a 3, and I have a +7.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, no.
What about as far as I can tell? I'm not gonna roll, but
As far as you can tell, also no.
damn.
Okay, and
Well, there's a way I could have learned more.
before too long, you
Wait.
guys do arrive back in the small village of Maingate. Where you headed? What you doing?
We're heading to Michael Jackson's house.
Mhm.
To make sure the kids got there.
He doesn't have a house. He has a ranch.
Does he have a kid named
Uh,
Danny?
we're heading to Neverland Ranch.
There you go.
And is Michael home?
Where are you? You're headed to what exactly? The
Michael-
shop you
Michael
just
Jackson's
been to?
Neverland. Yes.
You're heading to the shop. Okay. It is
It better
still
be called Neverland.
you're heading to the Neverland General Goods Store. And you walk in, and it's maybe almost noon based on the position of the sun, maybe-ish, maybe not quite that late, but you head in, and there's actually a woman inside this time, kind of behind the counter, and as you walk in, she goes, "Oh, hello, welcome."
My name's Janet.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. Is your husband home?
I would like to speak to Mr. Jackson.
Miss Jackson, are you nice?
Are you for real?
I like
She-
how you had to turn away. Holden, that was great.
She kind of she says, "Sure, I can get him for you." And she kind of walks back toward a door that leads to a different room. She yells up, "Michael, you have visitors!"
Michael!
and she goes,
just hear-
and you hear in the background, you hear in the background, Annie, what are you talking about?
No.
That's perfect.
And
They make a crashing noise, so he says it. So he says the line.
and she kind of stumbles over something and kind of goes, "Oh, no, Michael!" And he goes, "What? Are you okay, Annie? Annie, are you okay?"
She's been hit by. She's been struck by a smooth. I don't know.
There's a smooth criminal. He just ran out the back door. You better go catch him.
Anyway, now that we're done with that nonsense, yep. She calls
Yes.
up, and good old Michael comes down, and seeing all 5 of you inside, he goes, "What are you doing in my shop?"
I sent your sons back.
Mm.
Have you found them yet?
It's you, huh?
That is who I am.
Didn't I kick the big one out?
No.
I kicked the big one out last time.
Prove it.
I don't think so, sir.
I
No.
saved your son.
I say prove it.
Well, my boys are home, and I guess Annie is okay.
Snaps
Just
Annie's
can't
neck.
fucking help yourself.
He kind
Yeah,
of
we'll eventually find that smooth criminal that. tripped her.
Stop.
smooth criminal.
Please, I'm begging.
Yeah.
Is there a criminal in here? Someone steal
Everybody
from my
knows
shop?
her.
The rest of her
Please,
is in
I'm
this
sorry.
bottle. I say,
Percival
pointing
raises
to
his
Zell's
hand.
back.
I committed treason. Does that count?
It was a while ago, but
We discussed
statute of
the
limitations is up. I think.
discussed the reward.
A reward?
Yes.
I didn't
If I
promise
could-
you no reward.
We discussed it. There was no promise. We send your sons back. We proved we killed the thing.
Well, did you kill the thing?
Not kobolds, by the way.
They said something about a witch.
A lady witch.
I-
I
ghost.
open the bag and pull out the glowing green bottle. dead.
He kind of looks at the bottle and says, "That's just from a fire,
It's glowing.
glowing fire."
You're
I
stupid.
don't think that's how fire works.
Oh,
Puts it back away.
don't write that one down in your friend's book.
And Annie and Annie does, her name's Annie. She kind of like places her hand on his chest and says, Michael, the boys are home. They said it was them. Just give them something." And
I mean, we could bring them down here. They could vouch for us, I'm sure.
and Michael looks back to her and says, "Well, yeah, but remember them night crawlers? They sat there and defended them. You know, those night crawlers have been taking kids away and
To be
such.
fair, I
You
slaughtered
mean
a
the
handful of them.
kobolds?
They're night crawlers. I don't care
We
what they
killed-
were.
We killed at least 20 of them.
Did you now?
Yes.
Also-
Why were you defending them when we tried to come and get them?
I
Whoa,
offered
whoa,
you
whoa,
guys
whoa,
half
whoa,
of them.
whoa. Hang
Because I'm
on.
trying
Do
to
you,
get pussy, dude.
do you still think Nightcrawlers took your kid?
Well, not my kids, but other kids, probably.
Can you-
Why do you think they took
Well, you
other
have no
kids
Because people say they're...
when the witch was out there?
Well,
The witch took your kids.
yeah, they took my
Don't you think
kids.
she might have taken other kids as well?
I mean, well, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
Sir, you dumbfound me.
I did.
Do you?
I thought of it. I think the witch took the other kids as well.
At this point, Annie's kind of got her like, one hand is covering her mouth and the other is just like touching her cheek, and she's just shaking her head like in disbelief. She goes, I can't believe we didn't think of this.
Holy fuck.
Why
We killed the witch.
did we blame the night crawlers? And Michael goes, because they took our well, maybe they didn't.
They took our gerbs.
Listen.
Oh, sorry.
They
Listen.
might have taken your cows, but we've gotten rid of them.
Yeah, they
We
took my
chased them.
cows. I ain't got no cattle left. What about them?
We chased the night crawlers away.
Did you now?
If
Night
they
crawlers.
bother you anymore,
Oh.
I ask that
I
you
will
come
burn
and tell
them.
me, and I will finish them.
I will burn them.
Might as well.
Fire cleanses.
Are you all being honest about what you just said? Burning
Yes.
them and finishing them off.
Yes.
Yeah, I threatened them
didn't
as they
say
walked
that.
away. As they left, I did threaten them very clearly.
Okay.
The ones who
Um,
said it probably meant it.
Oh yeah.
Michael stares at you guys intently as you threaten the kobolds, and he looks up and down and says, "Okay, but then why did you defend them when we came around?"
Senseless
'Cause they didn't
violence
take
is
your
still
fucking
senseless
kids.
violence.
They didn't take your fucking kid.
They didn't take my goddamn kids. well, well,
We wanted to try and solve things peacefully.
peacefully. You said you
Peacefully.
killed a bunch of them.
They started it.
I'm
They
gonna
did.
walk out. I can't.
Menon leaves.
Do you happen to have a
We had-
pearl worth 1,000 gold?
1,000 gold.
Uh,
There ain't 1,000 gold in this whole store.
Fine. How about 100? Lowball it.
I ain't got no pearls. Listen. My wife
Yeah.
here's gonna throw a fit if I don't give you something, though. My boys are home, and I appreciate that. Tell you what, I don't know about the rest of the village, but I'll forget about the whole cold.
sound like a Borderlands character?
Why do you sound like a
Yes.
bitch? It says, I'll forget about the whole curveball thing, okay? But
Kerbal Space Program?
I don't know. Yeah, in their space program over there, going
What
to the
is
moon and
space?
in the min-miss and all that. But I don't
why
know
did you-
about.
Wait, you just went from redneck to Canadian.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh, for
Hold
sure. We
your
got lots
hand.
of cornfields back here, don't you know, my brother?
Do you?
Listen, I'll forget about the whole
Sorry, you were
curveball
racist.
thing. But
Yes,
listen,
okay,
I don't
we
know about the
appreciate
rest of the I don't know about the rest of the village. But tell you what, you brought my boys back home safe and sound. They said you did it.
No.
So from now on, you get a discount here in my store whenever you come in, except for the big one. He's allowed back in, and he points to Sam. And he says, except for you, you're allowed back in, but you ain't getting no discount. You threatened me.
I'll
He did.
fucking do it again.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, but the rest of y'all, you'll get a discount. I'll give you a good
Thank
deal.
you
You did me a good turn.
so
I'll
much.
do one for you. Thank you very much.
Can I at least get a backpack?
Need a backpack? Mm.
I got nothing but the clothes on my chest. I could at least use a backpack
Hmm.
since I did most of the killing of the kobolds.
Annie, we got any lying around? And Annie kind of thinks for a moment. She goes, you know what? I think we might. She kind of goes to the back and brings out it almost looks more like a burlap sack with straps attached to it, but it's something to carry. She says, "You did us a good turn. Go ahead and take this, please."
Works for me.
And she
Appreciate it.
Yeah, hands you a very rudimentary backpack.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Is there anything else I can do for y'all?
Do you have any cooking items?
Cooking. I mean,
Yes.
that might be more of a Bert thing, but I mean, I got rations.
What's Mr. Bert's last name?
I don't know. He always called me. He's just called Bert. I never asked.
I don't like where this is going.
Where is Mr. Bert?
Probably at the bar.
Well,
Okay. Turns and leaves. Is there anything on the way out that isn't breakable that I could push off the shelf?
That isn't breakable.
Yes.
You could probably push down some like cloths or blankets.
Nah. he stops and he looks at the top shelf that has blankets and cloths on it. You see his hand go up, and he just walks out.
Okay. And Menon, what did you do once you left?
Just leaned against the outside of the building and waited for everybody
Okay.
else.
Is it
Finish.
any?
Probably fucking around on my violin.
Okay. And as you guys are walking out, he kind of goes, "Hey, you fella, drunkard, one more thing." And he's pointing to you, Six.
oh, yeah.
He says, "Come here, Mir."
Mm-hmm.
Come here.
I lean
Get
in real
over
close.
here.
Okay, you lean in like uncomfortably close, and he goes, "Good."
Yes.
Now, before my wife sees, and he kind of
Mm.
slides you a small pouch and says, "Go ahead and you and your friends have that. That's my thank you."
I nod. I nod my appreciation. I slide it into my pocket. Can I use sleight of hand? I haven't had to make.
Can you use sleight of hand to do what?
Yes. To pocket the small bag without his wife noticing or anyone.
Annie he waited till Annie left. But
Oh,
if you
okay.
want to make
Well,
sure
then,
nobody
never
in the
mind.
store notices, you can go ahead and make the check.
No, that's fine. I don't. Obviously, they know something got passed off. I'm not trying to.
yeah. Okay.
It's all good. It's
Yep.
fine.
So you guys leave. Six. You do have a small pouch with 50 gold in it.
Fitty. All right. Let's pass that out. What do we got? 10 each. How many of us are there?
Correct, it would be 10 each.
Yep. 10 each. Sounds good to me.
I add it to my bag and look you in the eye and go, 79 more to go.
Not
Thought you said
bad, bud.
1,000.
It's 100. I just said 1,000 to see if he could have anything very expensive. I wanted to see the most expensive thing he had in the shop. Wasn't 1,000 gold. Now I know.
Oh, hey, does he have any use for a man-sized poster of a man?
Are you
What?
walking back in the store and be like, "Oh wait, do you want this?"
I mean, I assuming I'm holding this like 6 foot tall rolled up piece of whatever. I'm assuming I maybe not just forgot about it and asked him while I was in there.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe.
If you had asked him while you were in there, he'd say something along the lines of, "Well, I don't know what this is for. Do you know what it's for? It looks fancy.
Yeah, I think it's an art piece.
It's art. We don't get a lot of that around here.
Mm-hmm.
How much you selling for?"
What would you potentially want to offer me?
Well, I don't know if anyone will want some art, but we don't got a lot, so how about 10 gold?
I'll tell you what. I will hand you 10 gold. You keep it here in the shop for a few days. I'll come back, see if anybody shows any interest. See what you can get for it, and we'll split it 50-50.
Wait, you wanna give me 10 gold and have me keep it here?
That's
Just
not
to
how
look
this
after
works.
it for
That's
me.
not how any of this works.
He kind of
And
looks
if you sell it-
confused. Okay. But so
Mhm.
I get the 10 gold, and then if I sell it, I split the profits with you?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
All right.
Okay.
All right. That sounds good. I hand him his 10 gold back.
Okay.
Fucking
Perfect.
Okay.
Did she just get you
Alright.
at the thing?
No, she came in, asked me about something, and then shut the lights off.
Epic.
Dude, she fucking got you. That's
So
an
what-
epic
what do you
gamer
guys,
move right there.
So Six kind of runs in and out a couple times, and then what are you guys doing now?
I'm standing uncomfortably close to Menon.
Uncomfortable for whom?
Zelfer doesn't even know what personal space is, so for Menon.
Okay.
Menon,
I'm gonna take one finger in his shoulder and just push him away without looking at him.
Where'd you learn to play that instrument? Leaning even closer.
My family taught me.
Is it difficult?
When you start out, yeah.
Would I be able to learn?
Eventually. It takes years, though.
I have time. Could you, leaning even closer, teach me?
I guess.
Goody! And he just sits down and like a student, like an elementary kid watching a third grade teacher, stares up at.
you guys are all just out kind of on the street just outside the shop, and you watch this interaction between Zelfer and Menon.
You know what? I'm gonna try and I'm gonna gently hand him the instrument and try and give him the basics of like how to hold it and how to stand.
Okay. A couple people kind of walk by and give you guys looks as you guys are just kind of watching this grown man creature sitting all giddily on the ground.
Very he's hopping up and down while she hands it to him. I'll be careful. I will be careful.
Right. And you're actually gonna try to teach him a little bit?
Mm-hmm. No playing yet, because you have to be able to stand right and hold it right before you can even do that.
He holds it completely wrong the first time you hand it to him.
Yeah, well, of course, everybody does.
Like a flute.
Menon, I'm gonna have you. Is everyone just gonna stand around and let them practice for a minute?
Bad.
Absolutely, I want to see this.
Okay, Sam, Percy.
Yeah, Percy's just gonna kind of sit.
Okay.
I'm gonna finish my book.
Okay. Yep. So you can continue reading the info that I've given you. I'm gonna have both Zelfer and Menon make performance checks, but Zelfer, you're at disadvantage.
Will you take Oh.
What the fuck is that?
Jesus.
Are you kidding me?
Hold on. My last two rolls have been equal numbers. 10, 10, 9, 9.
I hate it. Okay.
9-9.
So you hand him the instrument. He
Wait,
immediately.
Menon's was too.
Yeah.
I know. It's 3 in a row, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Algorithms. So Menon, you hand him the instrument, and he immediately holds it wrong. And given your experience, you learn to play. You kind of remember some of the lessons you were given. And you try to show him the basics of just how to hold it, how to handle it, and he doesn't really pick up at first, but eventually you get him to hold it properly. But that's about as far as you can get within 5 or 10 minutes.
That is farther than I actually expected to get in that short amount of time.
I after holding it right for a little bit and smiling, I hand it back and go, next lesson later.
He hands it back holding it completely wrong.
Hands
And
it by the strings.
Yeah, pretty much.
for the first time in over 24 hours, she smiles.
He looks right at 6. Mr. 6, I'm learning.
Good job, buddy.
One day I
Give
will
him a
be
thumbs up.
half as good as her, because she is really good.
I
Aw.
smile real big. I doubt it.
Get fucked.
He wouldn't get that's an insult, so he goes, "Oh, are you thinking more or less?
Oh,
I'm
you know.
thinking more.
I have long fingers."
That is very useful, actually.
Are you a villain or something?
That's my issue. I will never play.
Mr. Sam,
I just got a blow, I say, and I pull up my mouth harp.
you're what?
I pull out a
Harmonica. It's a harmonica.
And then Sam
Mouth
pulls out his skin flute.
Epic.
Mr. and Mrs. Everybody, where are we off to?
Mr. and Mrs. Everybody.
You're all married now.
I mean, I would like to check on the ratlings, make sure they're doing okay down there.
The what?
I think we have some friends.
Did you say ratlings or bad mean? Big mean.
I-
Big mean creatures.
No, I said ratlings.
Yes, those are creatures that attack people.
Not
Look at
these
my-
particular ones. these ones are quite adept at drinking things and communicating and not being violent.
Interesting. Sounds very good for research. I'm in. Let us go.
Let us
Okay,
go.
great. This is going so well.
Let us
Okay.
grows.
So you guys, we're following 6 to the mill.
To the mill.
Okay, I'm gonna bring you guys over. See, I might have to change something quick. No.
Does anyone? I'm sorry. Does anyone mind if we stop by the bar quick first? Anyone? Is that
Are
cool?
you getting the shakes?
I'd rather go right.
I mean, I
for
wouldn't
that.
mind if fill up, but I was gonna grab some supplies possibly.
Well, fine. You're bringing me to something interesting.
Okay. I just want to grab some like bread, maybe some
Eggs.
fruit or something like that. Eggs to take back with us, just so we have some food.
Yes, Isaac. Also,
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so. Wait, what are you gonna
he's
do
just,
with
like,
that?
exploring down there and you just happen upon him?
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. So you're just stopping in the bar, and we don't have to RP it if it's not necessary. What are you trying to get?
Just some food to take back to the Ratlings. Maybe some more cheese, some fresh fruit, some bread, stuff like that.
Eggs.
Okay. Are you
Eggs.
are you getting food for yourself or just for the Ratlings?
Just kind of for everybody. That's well, I'm gonna put out a spread when I get there, and
If you're looking to put out
whoever
a
wants it can
spread
have
of
some.
like cheese and bread and maybe some other like fruits, various
Uh-huh.
snacky foods. 1 gold, 5 silver will do it. You'll have
Alrighty.
plenty.
Perfect. I will do that.
Okay.
I forgot how expensive food is in this game.
Yeah, gold is in very like what I always use as like my reference point. Very poor villages where like the farmers are just barely surviving. The farmers will often make like 2 copper per day.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's basically just we're really rich. I think is
Yeah.
from
Anyway,
from a generic standpoint.
so you guys 6 and I guess Menon as well kind of lead you out into the fields a little bit, the farm fields. The day goes by a little bit. It's actually a couple hours walk, and you pass across a small stream, and you come to a mill out in the open by itself. And 6 Menon, what you guys doing as you're approaching here?
I'm looking for movement, making sure I don't see anything suspicious.
I'm gonna
See
add
if
you
I
guys
see
to the
any
map.
actual Ratlings about. See what they're up to.
You don't see them
um,
immediately outside.
Are they in
Okay.
there?
They should be.
I start to walk in there.
Please don't hurt any of them, and also let me introduce you.
I can't move
They're-
my guy.
They're jumpy.
Ah, yes,
I-
the hole in the roof from
I
Honk.
can move him. I walk right in.
Okay. As soon as you walk in, 6 I assume is like immediately behind.
Yes.
But 2 large, very large ratlings, larger than you'd ever imagine a rat could be, Zelfer, lash out at you with scimitars. And 1 moment.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Uh-oh.
I shout as we enter the door. Hands up.
The first one's going to be a 13 to hit. The next is going to be a 15 to hit.
I am shielding the second one, but the first one's gonna hit.
Okay, you dodged the. Okay, so the first one's going to hit.
So
you.
as the first one strikes me,
Uh-huh.
the second one comes. I raise my right hand, and that magical, this gray and blue, just shield hits the scimitar to block it away from me.
And you do take
No attack.
4 slashing damage as they kind of shout out at you. They kind of squeaking a little bit, and then they see you see there's a bunch of bustling in the room, and then they see 6, and they immediately kind of back off a little bit and growl.
So,
There are 2 6s.
Yeah,
Why are
we're
there-
both trying to talk down the rats. What the hell?
I look for the one on the left, and I start. I can feel the firebolt in my hand as I point my hand at him.
No attack. I say, everybody. Zell, let's calm a little bit. Everybody's cool. We surprised them.
I'm perfectly calm.
Okay, there's no need to attack. There's no need to launch any fireballs here.
I do
turned-
know that spell. I could kill all
I-
the rats in this room.
You could, yes, but that would be bad for everybody.
You could, but how about don't?
I put my hands up toward the toward the ratlings.
Mhm.
Say, friends, new friends, companions.
And this large ratling kind of growls at you. New friend, why fire?
Not to split hairs, but you did hit him with a scimitar. I understand it was an accident. It's probably reactionary.
Fire burn hurt.
Yes, we're not gonna. Nobody's gonna fire, burn, hurt, anything. We're good. You know us. You know me. You know me. Not us, I guess.
We know rat emissary, not them.
Correct. I would like to introduce you. Would you mind bringing? What was his name? What did we end up naming the Rat King?
Marcus.
Marcus. Would you bring King Marcus to meet our new friends?
I tell
Can
him
Percival
friend
push-
and not friend here.
Yeah,
Can
that's some of
Percival-
my armor and my weapon. Just
okay.
In case.
We can wait outside. We'll go ahead and wait outside. Why don't we just we'll just all wait outside. It's fine.
What's Percival doing?
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
I was gonna have him push by as he goes, use fire bad, and he's gonna go, shit, man. I use electricity, so like, what's worse though? And then sit down.
Okay.
I don't leave.
The
Yeah, okay. Well,
I'm just staring at the rat who hit me.
I won't either. It would be perhaps less rude if we were to wait outside, Zelfer.
I'm sure it would be less rude to hit someone with a sword.
Okay. You and I have again very different rude.
Yeah, we have different definitions of rude. It's not rude to hit someone with a sword.
the other
It was a
ratling
mistake.
that
It
didn't
was an
speak up
accident.
before. The other ratling speaks up. You enter home house.
Yes, to be fair, this is home house. And they don't know you yet. Just trying to make that clear. Apparently didn't fire off.
Marcus, tell us attack. Enter home house. No,
Okay.
bad.
But not the emissary, right?
We
not
know
me.
attack
And,
emissary.
Mr. Six.
Good. Yes, Zelfer, you're not making things easy.
You clearly told me these were rats that weren't violent.
Yes,
I feel the heat in my hands starts to grow. I feel specifically lied to.
Would I be able to hear this?
Oh, absolutely. You're right outside the door.
Oh yeah, I would walk in and just gently take Zelfer by the shoulder and just start guiding him out the door.
He is not moving. He is standing very firm.
Pull harder.
You can make
I did
opposing
also,
strength checks if you'd like. If Menon you would like, then
Absolutely.
Zelfer, I need one from you as well.
I did also tell you not to go in by
Oh
yourself.
boy.
Let's see here. There it is.
That one. Oh wow.
Oh, it's a fucking 8.
So Zelfer, normally she would never overpower you, but kind of consumed
What
by
do you
your
mean?
anger right now.
I'm so weak.
Are you?
I
so
love
is
that,
she.
just quiet. What do you
I
My-
wonder how she pushed past me.
Yeah. Anyway, she kind of
She has a
squeezes by.
+2. I have a +0.
Oh my, she kind of squeezes by you, Sam. And Zelfer, you're so kind of consumed with your rage, you hardly notice as she grabs your shoulder and starts to turn you, and you start to turn, and then you realize as you're like 90 degrees turned that you're being kind of dragged out the door just a little bit by Menon.
As I do that, because my hand now was pointing here, if she's turning me around, it'd be pointing at this wall, I believe.
Okay.
I release the firebolt as I walk out.
Okay, and it slams into the wall, and there's a couple of squeaks and screams, and then you guys
Face
walk out,
palm.
and 6 face palms. Percy, Sam, and your reactions to this?
Percy wouldn't even think twice about it, but he'd push in and look at the king and go, oh, you guys are big just like him. Do you know a ratling
king
by
is-
the name of Jeremy?
King is not there yet.
Oh,
He's not
whoever
there
the
yet.
big guy is.
Yeah.
He'd be like, hey, you know a rat by the name of Jeremy?
Jeremy?
Yeah, or James, sorry.
James.
Ratling, yay big. I open my hands the exact size of the dude I'm looking at, talking to.
They go, you mean...
Maybe, I don't know.
That his rat name. He call himself James.
I call him James because he's cool.
His name.
I respect that, but Is he here?
Maybe downstairs.
And Percival's just got the shit-eating grin on his face. Like, holy fuck, is he actually here?
Percy, how do you know?
Oh, dude, he would visit me in my cell. It was like, other than Lily, it was like one of the main dudes who rolled by.
Okay, all right.
He pulled up,
Well,
he brought cheese.
That's good. He can maybe vouch for us here. That'd be
Okay.
wonderful.
So, the ratlings, the larger ones, are kind of ushering you guys to step outside now.
Okay, not a problem. Yeah, we'll just wait outside.
Okay. Is everyone gonna
It's fine.
voluntarily
Yeah,
go
sure,
outside?
Why not?
We'll
Yeah.
move to here, and at this wall, just cast Firebolt a few more times. Watching, because it's stronger now than it was before. It just slammed into the wall.
Make all 3 attacks
Okay,
for me.
buddy.
Fuck.
Oh, God.
My dad brought home Arby's because I was stuck and I didn't have time to make dinner. So
I like Arby's.
he got the
Hey,
kahuna.
11, 12, 13.
It's like
He got
called
the
the
who?
kahuna.
Ah,
And
The kahuna chicken? The
This is
chicken
a
sandwich?
sandwich and a half.
The chicken sandwich?
Yeah, I think.
It's fucking good.
Dude, I'm just about to eat it though.
supposedly, if you order the off-menu item mounted,
Meat Mountain isn't very good,
everything on
actually.
it.
Yeah,
No,
it's
no,
pretty,
I can't
it's pretty
imagine
weak.
it would be.
We got it for our friend, and it was like
Kind of
a
weak.
regular burger.
Oh,
so
okay.
Pretty sad.
So as you guys are waiting outside, Zelfer launches a few more firebolts at the wall and essentially melts a small hole in it.
Angsty.
Okay.
Hey, now I didn't move
Is
that
it
far back.
is it clearly on fire?
It is smoldering.
Okay, I'd like to splash some water from the little river
Splash
here. I'll just
alcohol on it, trust me.
I'll
Put
just
it
kinda
out. Okay.
walk up here and sploosh sploosh. Haha! I chuckle. Oh, we're having a good time. I say.
I don't like being lied to, Mr. Six.
I don't
yeah,
like
I-
things attacking my party.
Yeah, I did ask you not to walk in by yourself. We'll just ignore that part and
You
we'll
told me they
continue
were
on.
non-violent.
I
there should have
told you
been
not to
no-
walk in by yourself.
You specifically said they weren't violent ratlings, therefore there should have been no danger in me walking in.
Most people are non-violent if you don't walk uninvited into their homes. So
I would call you non-violent. I wouldn't call you.
Oh,
I
I'm
wouldn't
very
call them
violent.
non-violent in
I
this.
am extremely violent.
I haven't seen it myself, but that's fine.
Do you want to? I can go in there and slaughter a bunch of ratlings.
No, that would just be bad news for everybody.
It would be violent.
It would
True,
be
you are
bad
not-
news for the ratlings. I don't see how that's bad news for me.
I smile and nod.
After a moment, during that conversation, Sam, you would be the first to see a rattling larger than all the others, and then one much smaller, kind of approaching the door here. And the Rat King, unbeknownst
Marcus.
to you, looks at you and says, "Who you? What do you do at my door?" My
Why
door.
do your
My
why
house
do your
door.
rats attack my companions?
Marcus, I say, from the back, sort of waving.
And he goes,
There's been a
"Oh,
miscommunication here.
Emissary friend, Mimi, Mark, yes.
We're sorry for busting in like this. These are some new friends of ours. This is a little miscommunication. I think everybody's okay, as long as we're not,
Holy
looking
fuck.
for any more violence.
This sandwich is good.
And Mark/Marcus/ the Rat King kind of looks back at his rattling with a little bit of blood on his blade and goes, "Oh, no. Very bad, violent hurt. Yes.
It's my fault. I shouldn't have just brought everybody in like that. That's my mistake.
Yes. Understand.
I nodded. Yeah.
I understand. No. Yes. I have present for emissary friend. Yes. You want what?
Oh, yes, please.
You take half? Yes.
Yeah,
And
sure.
at this point-
is it okay if I? Okay.
Go ahead. Is it okay if you?
Is it okay if I bring the rest of my friends in for introductions?
Oh, yes. You come in. Friend. Yes.
Okay.
The rattlings
Yeah,
hearing this
alright.
kind of back off a little bit, and as you walk in, the Rat King presents a couple of bottles of unknown liquids.
Oh, fabulous. Okay.
Oh no, Eden.
Let's see.
Oh no.
Zell, I'm gonna go back and Zell real quick. I'll say I'm really sorry for the misunderstanding. I will try to be as clear as possible in the future. You, just give me this one. It's my bad.
You should carve retribution out of his flesh.
Out of mine?
No?
Oh, big fucking
I
yikes.
was-
Okay, you guys
I
can
was
go
the
ahead and
one
move
that-
in just a little
that
bit into the
lied,
building
so-
as the rattlers are
Alright.
making room.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna stand right in front and not break eye contact with the rat that cut me.
Okay, and he is not breaking eye contact with you.
Percival's looking
that's-
around for James.
Percival, as soon as you
That's
walk
fun.
in, you see James. James sees you, and he bolts toward you.
Yo, my dude!
And he goes,
God damn
and
it.
he squeaks at you, and he goes, friend, and he kind of like runs around your ankles and like
Dude, we
jumps
got
up
this
at you.
handshake going.
Yeah, and he kind of
Yeah.
like he extends his little like rattling paw at you. He's grown since the last time you saw him, like fairly
Dude,
significantly.
Big now.
He goes, friend, and he kind of like, you do your little handshake. You all watch Percival, like, fucking broing out with this little rattling.
Okay.
They know each other from Temple.
What?
I feel like
Everyone
that was
is
a
very
joke and it
confused.
completely went over my head.
Anyway, I don't know what just happened, but Mena's walking, and the Rat King is kind of looking around. He sees you, Mena, kind of peeking through the doors. Other friend, emissary, friend, yes, come. I have gift present for you, yes, haha. And
Yeah,
6, you did take one of the potions, didn't you?
Yeah, I have it in my hand.
There's a red and a green one. Which one did you take?
I'm gonna roll a die too here. One red, 2 green. 1, 2, boom. Red.
You flipped a
Red.
coin.
Yeah, red. Heads for red. I'll take red.
Okay.
And who's taking the second one? Percy?
Oh, Menon.
Well, since you said it,
Um,
I'm going to.
Rat King is actually beckoning with the other one toward Menon, but Percy, you're closer. You can steal it if you want.
Oh,
Would he have offered it to me?
He was kind of holding it up, kind of pointing toward Menon.
Oh, then Percy wouldn't have done anything.
Okay, Menon, are you
Yeah,
gonna take it?
Take it then.
Six,
all right,
6 and Menon,
on
could you
3.
both roll me D100s?
Yeah.
I want to clarify really well this time. I'm just gonna take a small sip
Okay.
because I know this could go very poorly.
Okay, you're gonna drink them right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a small sip.
And 6,
Oops.
I guzzle mine.
you guzzle yours.
21.
Okay.
Whoa.
Guzzle
Oh,
21.
never mind.
Okay. 6, you guzzle yours down. And does anybody in the party have arrows?
I have crossbow bolts.
6, you guzzle yours, and then you kind of look over to see Menon just taking a little sip of hers, and you see her crossbow bolts, and you're suddenly very afraid of her.
Okay.
And then Menon, you take a tiny sip of yours. You taking just a tiny sip, you feel yourself levitate off the ground just like an inch, just barely.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
I'm
Percy,
too, baby.
Percy and Percy and his friend are just broing out still, I imagine.
It's like just over there giving a rat a noogie.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're chatting. I'm telling him how I got out and shit.
Yeah,
and
he's like
"Oh,
jumping up
stop."
into your arms and like, you're doing your little handshake. You guys
So
are just broing
cute.
out. It's amazing.
This
Are
is
you,
so wholesome. I love it.
Zelfer, you have not.
Menon,
Oh, go ahead.
would
Go
you
ahead.
mind leaving those outside, maybe? Just asking.
They were expensive. No.
Okay. I back up a little
Why?
bit. I just back up.
Why? Okay. Is it, like, are you?
No, it's everything's fine. I just, I'm gonna get some water.
I'm gonna pull out very slowly, pull out one of the crossbow bolts.
Yeah, okay. Just the stairs are this way. I leave the
Just
room.
hold it horizontally so that the pointy end isn't any way possibly facing either him or me, and just kind of go, and like thrust it at him.
Ah! I step over the steps and fall down.
Sam, and Percy, you guys, maybe Percy wouldn't notice as much, but Sam, you would certainly notice this interaction. And the Rat King is kind of looking back and forth, just kind of still grinning,
Yeah,
but
that's-
confused.
Well, I mean, I wasn't grinning in the first place.
No, but the
yeah.
Rat King is grinning.
Oh.
Are you afraid of my fucking queen?
And Sam, kind of looking back and forth, you would notice Menon just very, very slightly levitating off the ground.
She's
Go.
she's flying. I say as I
Earth to
back
Menon.
out of the room.
Or
Oh.
Menon back to Earth. Well, I'm gonna go down this way. He said something about stairs.
Menon, if you are not, let's see, you got potion number 45. If you are not going to drink the rest, you can go ahead and add potion 45 to your inventory.
Okay. Oh, and what about the other one? Like, how do we agree that? Because you thought I drank it all, but I haven't added it to my inventory yet.
That's a good question. Why don't you? I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember what potion you got because I didn't. Take
It was let's see. I remember it was one that made me feel like
I was really hot.
really powerful. Like I remember that. Like feel really
Yes.
good. Like it was like a
Add potion 68. I found it. Add potion 68 to your inventory. As
Okay. Thank you.
Well. Okay. So Six and Sam are heading downstairs. Sam is kind of following Six as Six, shakily runs away. The Rat King goes, friend, come join us downstairs below. Yes. Haha. He starts. He looks to you, Menon.
Mhm.
Are you gonna follow him?
Yep.
As you start to walk toward him, you find it's hard to move. You're almost feeling lethargic as you kind of float toward him and following him.
This isn't good. Could somebody pull me?
Hold me
Not
when I
me.
float.
And Zelfer, I assume you're still just locked in eye contact with this ratling?
I heard her, so I'm gonna come back and fucking grab her and drag her like a balloon.
Yeah, basically like a mostly deflated balloon. You're kind of dragging
All
her.
right, let's go.
I
And
put
the Rat
my
King
hand
smiles.
on the wooden bench and start firebolt to make a little smoke rise.
And the ratling kind of growls at you.
We can always go outside and settle this.
No.
Yes. You
Don't.
go out. Leave.
No.
You
You
leave, go.
outside. We settle this like men.
I know, man. You know, man. You dumb eye.
I'm talking about going outside and fighting.
I no need fight you, puny, small.
Doesn't take strength to win. I can show you what I can do.
I met Percy.
Wondering where Zelfer is. I
Yeah.
take a wide berth of the arrows.
Woo!
And you,
Zelfer, what's up?
This rat's lungs need to be removed from its body.
Holy fuck.
What is-
Uh,
At
I
least
doubt that. You want to come downstairs, or you out?
What the fuck?
and the ratling says to you, Zelfer, you go, leave,
Holy shit.
run away, coward.
I look at Six and go, "Can I just kill this one?"
No. If you want to fight, me first, I guess.
Horribly
want to.
maim this one.
Again, no.
Just dragging my new balloon Menon around.
You
Test out
sure
so
are.
I-
And you find it
Yes,
kind of
sir.
difficult as you go down the
Insects.
stairs. As you go down the stairs, you have to pull kind of hard to keep her down.
Oh, jeez.
God damn it, girl.
hey, I didn't drink the whole thing.
I pull out my
Well,
wire
don't.
and I look at Six and I go, I cast message so only he can hear me. Can I just attempt to
Mhm.
intimidate it?
Let's not.
No, I cast it again. Trust me, I won't hurt it. I'll just scare the shit out of it.
Let's not.
Doing it anyway.
What are you gonna say? What are you gonna do to intimidate it?
I looked at him. I put my hand against my chest. I cast enlarge. I grow double my size.
Oh my god. Your head almost hits the ceiling.
And I grab the bench and I break it in half.
Jesus.
And I lean
fuck.
close. Am I puny
This time
now?
again.
Make an intimidation check with advantage, please. With advantage? Okay. You enlarge yourself, and you look down. Am I puny now? And, some liquid starts to hit the ground beneath the ratling.
Hey, you want to see how hard I can piss?
I release. I let go of my own spell, shrinking back, and I go, see 6? I see Mr. 6, and I start walking down the stairs.
You sure did that, buddy.
Did you see the one that was like, hey, did you see how hard I could cry?
And now there's a broken bench there.
All right, we're going downstairs. I say to
What'd
the
you-
Rattlings.
What'd you say about my spell?
Sounds useful.
Oh yeah, my plan is to get eaten by something and then cast it on myself.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man the shit out of it.
Okay. let me
Fairly
just do
certain the
this
spell
quick.
description says you can't do that. If you're
if
encased in
there's a
something
room.
that's smaller than yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys head downstairs. I'll place your tokens
Yes.
in one moment.
Okay, great. Hey, Gerd.
Grr.
You head down. The Rat King is
Yeah.
with you.
Grr.
Sam, Percy,
Dragging
Zelfer, Six.
Menon.
Yep. So, actually, I think the first down. Six is up with Zelfer. Percy is shortly after with his friend. Sam, you're the first down, carrying a slightly floating Menon.
Epic.
Okay, come
Um,
along, girl.
Come
I
along,
don't know.
girl.
I don't
And-
know what we're doing down here.
You come down to see this area you've seen before. There's a large set of armor standing in between you and a small elven man kind of hunched over a desk.
A small what?
Elven man hunched over a desk, and then
Oh, that's, yes.
James and Percival are next, seeing the same scene, and then the Rat King, Six and Zelfer kind of close behind.
Do I see
Okay.
the man of armor?
Yes.
I fucking book it.
Okay.
Super interested.
Again, deja vu.
What is this? Interesting. I'd like to know. Oh, and I sit down and start casting detect magic slowly.
Malcolm kind of comes over to you and he goes, "Can I help you?"
The suit of armor, it's moving. And
It has not
He's
moved,
with me,
actually.
Zelfer.
oh,
Yeah.
it's so interesting.
No.
I got. Don't distract me. I'm trying to do something.
That's not necessary.
I start to literally cast detect magic.
I'd prefer you
Uh,
didn't do that. Who is this? And he looks up. Oh, Six.
He's with me. I think.
Right. Well, can you tell him to
Anyway.
stop?
I walk this way.
Could. Okay, you head over there, and he goes,
I'm gonna-
"Can anyone tell him why is she floating? What is?"
She drank a potion that a rat gave her.
The rat Marcus, Mark, the Rat King. Yes,
Hey,
you
I'm
drank.
2 for 2, man.
You
Not too
drank
bad.
it. And who is this?
I sipped it.
And he points to you,
Also
Sam.
with
Who
me.
is this? Also with you. These
Also
are your
with me.
new
My name is
friends.
Samael.
And he calls out to you, Six. He sees men. He goes,
Yes.
"Oh yes, hello, loud one." He seems a bit more tired than when you last saw him. Six. He calls out to you. So you,
Yes.
after the last ones ditched you, you made some new friends.
Yeah, I've got that kind of personality, I guess.
Someone somewhere takes offense to that.
Hey, you
I
might
don't
hear some
know
dog
why. I
howls,
think I'm gonna kick SpongeBob's butt tomorrow.
some ows in the background.
Ooh.
No, not uwu, awu.
Ooh.
Wherever Braxton is, he's oohing.
Right. Okay. The Rat King kind of gleefully is following. Well, Menon, you're still being pulled by Sam, so the Rat King is following you guys. Percy,
Underground might be
what's going on
safest.
with you and
This guy My boy.
Yeah.
My boy. What's up, my boy? Blake is the only one in this group who gets that.
It's a good meme.
It's a fucking. It's
He's
a
just
goodie, dude.
he's questioning as best as he can in the most rudimentary comment he knows how you got out and what you're doing.
Yeah.
And yeah. He's just excited as all hell.
He's gonna hold up a finger to James for a second and look at who fucks his face, Malcolm in the middle,
Mm.
and be like, "You look older than normal. Were you alive when the previous king was too?"
Older than normal.
Yeah, you know
I-
that thing.
Might take offense to that, but
Well,
sure.
don't. Okay.
You mean
Never ask a
Crafton.
lady her age.
Yeah, and Malcolm kind of smiles a little bit at
oh,
you
yeah,
and
I
goes,
say that out loud.
yeah. Malcolm kind of smiles at Meta a little bit. Yes, you never ask a lady her age. But
I
yes,
didn't ask for your age though. I just said you were old.
I recall King Crafton the Gentle.
Oh, fuck that guy. Don't call him that.
That's what he was called.
Yeah, I know, and it's a shit title for a shit man.
I was not a fan of him and his ideals
Son.
pertaining to magics. He was not too
Me too.
accepting.
That's why I'm fucking happy he's dead, my guy.
Oh, he's dead. Are you sure?
As far as I know, fuck, man.
And he
I
kind of
don't
takes out a little notepad and you say, as far as I know, he goes, so you're not sure?
know. No, not at all.
Never mind then.
Okay, thanks. I'll talk to you about it later, my guy.
Of course, of course. And he looks back down at you, Zelfers. Can you stop the ritual, please?
I'm not paying attention to him because I'm still casting it, and I can't be I don't want to be interrupted.
And he goes, Gerd. And then Zelfer, I don't know, maybe you do or do not. The rest of you, probably not having seen this before, the large suit of armor goes, Gerd. And kind of walks towards you, Zelfer, and like, and steps right in front of you, basically trying to get your attention. He like, doesn't step on you, but steps almost touching you.
Finishing writing my ruins and trying to finish this up.
And he calls out, numbered 1, 6, yes, could you ask him to stop, or I might have to hurt him?
Number
Zoe, if
1
you don't
or
stop, you might hurt
6.
Zelfer, I assume you're not stopping?
I'm trying to finish this spell.
Okay.
I'm in so much pain right now. Even.
What?
How are you putting icy hot on your own back?
I've been rubbing my shoulders and back.
You're a fucking dumbass.
What?
Check Discord.
He put icy hot on and then touched his balls.
Oh my god.
Hold on, things aren't going too hot. I'm still trying to do the ruins and all that stuff.
Okay. 6, are you gonna try and stop him?
I say, Zell, if you don't stop, he says he's gonna hurt you. It's not a lie.
I kind of stop. So I would reset the timer. I look at him. I just want to know what type of magic you're using for him. It's not that hard. It's a detect
That's-
magic ritual. It's not Dayon.
I recognize the ritual. I don't like
Then
my secrets to
why-
be out there.
Well, what I can do is go up there and cast it, and walk down here, and then you won't be able to stop me as easily. As if I'm not in the... And it lasts a while, so either you can let me finish it now, and I'll dismiss it once I know what this suit of armor is, or I can go upstairs, cast it, then walk downstairs and still know regardless, but then I'll keep it up the full duration.
Or I tell the Rat King you're not a friend and you leave. By force. 6, I don't like your new friends.
A lot of people don't.
I can see why. Gerd. And he steps back a bit. Now, what brings you back here? And at this point, the Rat King goes, "Oh, yes, yes!" And he sprints past everyone, and goes into the cave.
Gets another vial of liquid.
And he comes back with another potion.
Nice.
Yeah. And he walks up and goes, "Who wants? Malcolm, friend. You try it? You try it now? You try this time?" Malcolm goes, "Not this time. Perhaps your magic caster friend here would like one, yes?" And the Rat King walks kind of tentatively up to Zelfer and goes, "You want drink?"
Zell,
What's your name, person who controls the suit of armor?
You can call me Malcolm.
Mr. Malcolm.
Malcolm will do fine.
Mr. Malcolm, do you happen to have a pearl roughly worth about 100 gold?
A pearl worth 100 gold. That's oddly
Roughly.
specific.
Yes, it's a component for the spell Identify. I figured if I had the pearl, it'd be easier for me to drink random potions given me by these things.
Hmm.
I walk up to the Rat King and I'll take the potion.
Okay. And he smiles gleefully at you, expectantly. Menid, you're just kind of left there, kind of floating in place a little bit.
No, I dragged her with me.
Oh, okay. You're dragged with him.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Do you drink it immediately, or are you just gonna pocket it?
Look at her quizzically, and then I take a sip.
Okay, you take a sip. Roll a d100 for me. 6 runs upstairs, and then comes back down shortly after.
Yes.
16.
I'm glad I do that.
Okay. You take a little sip, and it's this brownish fizzy liquid,
You're drinking shit.
and
Cola.
you take a little sip, and it tastes very sugary, and there's this kind of bubbly feeling in your mouth as it goes down. It doesn't quite sting. It's kind of pleasant, but it's tasty. It tastes
like Pepsi.
Beepus.
It tastes good.
Beppis.
Be pissed.
Did I just drink some Beppis? Here, I'll drink some Beppis right now.
The rats have perfected.
I'll drink some real Beppis.
Are you gonna drink it? Are you gonna drink more?
Yeah.
Okay, you down the whole thing. It tastes delicious.
No,
Oh, not
I
the whole
haven't
thing?
done the whole thing.
You just keep sipping. It
Take
tastes
another
delicious.
sip.
It's sugary. It tastes good. It's fizzy.
I look at him. This one. Keep making this one.
And the Rat King kind of looks up at you, and cocks his head and goes, "Make again? Make twice?
Yeah,
make twice too?
Make again. Yes.
How do that?
However you made it the first time.
I don't know.
Damn it! Make this one again. Please. Probably some artificial flavoring, some corn syrup, something like that.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yes, yes.
Yep. Make that. Do it.
How make?
You made it before.
Yeah, yes. I make create. Yes.
Yes. Do it again.
How do?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm gonna save you the trouble. He has no idea how.
Well, he needs to start. That was good.
Are you gonna pocket the rest?
Yeah.
Add fizzy drink to your inventory. Okay, this is such meta, but I have to tell you because it's so funny. Can I tell you the description for the potion?
Yes.
The potion is Coca-Cola. Describe the sugary taste and fizz, but don't use the brand name. See if the player figures it out.
I love how we all immediately guessed.
You all got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, we gotta change
You
it now,
basically
though.
have
Instead of
D&D Coke.
Coca-Cola.
Okay.
Instead
you know,
of Coca-Cola.
in your inventory.
If the rats can reproduce this, we might have a pretty good beverage factory going on here. We got the alcohol.
Yeah, but I think we need some cocoa leaves.
Add 5e Pepsi to your inventory. Oh, it's so funny you got it right away. That makes me so
It's
happy.
so natural that I'm the one who drank that.
Yeah, I know. Mr. fucking
Can I,
2 liters per day.
Do you actually?
1 liter.
He drinks a
Holy
liter per day of
fuck.
Pepsi. It's disgusting.
I was gonna say, dude, 2 liters a day would fucking kill you in like 6 hours.
What?
I know what I said.
These herbal extracts and spices. I'll show them to
I look at 6
what's his
with a
name?
very, very serious look in my eyes. Please remake this.
I agree with you.
Please. I need this.
I've never seen someone so attached to a drink.
Excuse you? What?
Anyway,
Mr. Alcohol?
Welcome to the job.
And the Rat King kind of leans over and notices Percy and James broing out, and he goes and squeaks a little bit and goes, "You friend? You friend? No?" And then James squeaks back a little bit, and the Rat King kind of his eyes widen. And he goes, "Oh, you the one? No, you underground in the dark in chain link.
Yeah, I was. Not anymore though.
How you-
I'm out.
How you get out? How you get out free?"
I just pointed Zelfer.
Out free.
Zephyr looks over,
brother.
goes, Mr. Malcolm,
Hmm.
are you a practicing wizard? How have you learned your magic? Studying, birth?
Years of studying.
I am working on it. I pull out my little spell book and kind of wave it.
Interesting. You see it
Still-
says kind of disdainfully.
I have no idea what that means. It's
Yep.
like Zelfer. So he's like, do you have any passing knowledge from an expert to adept?
Experts. I like the sound of that. Well, when you put it that
I
way.
mean, you have gotten a suit of armor to move. That is well beyond my capabilities. I have to assume you're an expert, Mr. Malcolm.
For the flattery, let me tell you this. I won't give away all my secrets, but since you want to know so badly, and frankly, you'll probably discover whether I like for you to or not, it is transmutation that keeps that suit of armor moving.
Oh, interesting. I'm normally a focus of evocation, but I'm learning a lot more necromancy lately.
You should check out his dagger, I say, throwing a thumb at him.
His dagger.
We have found a dagger, and I pull out before the dagger, I pull out the bottle of glowing ashes. This was a dead thing. It could vanish and reappear.
Malcolm
That's
kind
a
of
switch.
tilts his head in confusion,
Bad breath.
and the Rat King kind of reaches out like, "Ooh, make potion, make potion liquid, yes,
No.
yum, yes, haha."
You touch this, and I will burn you.
And he kind of
Mr.
like
Malcolm.
jumps back a little bit and looks at Menon. Tell them, let me have.
I hand it to Mr. Malcolm.
In good conscience, can't tell you that you can have it because he's unpredictable.
On the best of days.
The Rat King looks very distraught.
It's okay.
It's bad stuff.
It's not very good anyway. Not good for rat.
Not good for potion. No good make.
No
Oh,
good mate.
haha.
Tastes bad.
And he smiles and he goes, "Oh, thank you. Yes. Okay. No take. Ha." And Zelfer, you were passing it to Malcolm.
Yes.
Malcolm kind of as you start to pass it to him, he puts on a couple of gloves and grabs it and kind of examines it, and he looks at it and goes, "So you said it disappeared."
It has
Can possess people.
Yes, it could. Its ashes are a bit necromancy. It has hints of necromancy magic in. Same with this dagger, and now I'll pull out the decorated dagger.
And as soon as he sees it, Malcolm's eyes widen. And while this is happening, Six kind of takes a chomp out of an apple and then holds it towards his chest. And and Bess kind of pops out and takes one little munch, and then he goes back into his shirt.
Good enough.
And Malcolm says, "You should let me have that."
I put the dagger right back in my satchel.
I
You should let me have that. That's not how it works.
it is important. He stumbles. He goes, I think
I think, too.
The fact that it is important to you means it's valuable.
not in the way that you'd like for it to be.
Are you talking?
Spit
I'm
out.
not interested in gold.
It's not worth gold. Oh no.
Then it is
Malcolm,
more
what is it?
valuable.
Just spit it out. Come on.
And he kind of looks over at the Rat King, and he says, the bad. And the Rat King goes, "Oh no, spooky voice, no, scary bad, no bad. And the Rat King kind of like backs
Whoa.
away a little bit, kind of holding his head. No, bad, no, ha.
What's up with that? Is this new?
And Malcolm says, "Well, do you remember the statue you so very clearly told me to stay away from?"
Very clearly what?
Told me to stay away from.
I recall.
Yeah, it speaks to the ratlings now and then, and it,
I see.
I've been studying, and he points to the desk, some of the sacrifices they've made here. Those etchings on that dagger match some of the sketches perfectly, and I would like to study it.
Yeah.
Something about a statue.
Then, if you'd like to study it,
I guess everybody else would be very confused at this.
yes, if you'd like to study it, you may do so in my presence while I am watching, as it
Wait.
is my dagger.
Statue, like the one that attacked you guys, or
This one was smaller, I think.
Oh no,
It's
I spilled monster on my pants.
the ratlings are rather afraid of it. It's
you're a freaking monster, you fucking
I
screw.
can
Eat my ass,
see
Kyle.
why they might be.
they've
Yes.
placed a bit of a rock barrier between their sleeping area and the statue. It's rudimentary, but
It hasn't
gave-
spoken to you.
it's tried. I'll be honest, it's been tempting. But I know better than to make deals with the devil, so to speak.
Percy chuckles at that one.
I think we might need to knock it down. Can we borrow Gerd?
Grr.
Oh, believe me, I've tried to get rid of it.
Oh.
I don't like the temptation. It's
Ah.
the magic that binds that statue to this place is stronger than any of us here.
So, should we leave?
It seems bound to that spot. So long as you don't pass the rock barrier, I think we're fine. Otherwise, I would have already left.
You would've what?
Already left.
Ah. Fair enough. Okay, well, keep an eye on it. I clap him on the back.
Right, yes. Is there anything else I can do for you? Why have you returned here?
Oh, I came back to check my beer.
Ah.
Walk over to the table here.
Mm-hmm.
How's it doing?
You tell me, Mr. Brewer. I
Do
don't-
I join? Is it time to make a?
Yes. Why don't
Okay.
you? Oh God.
It
Would you? It would be. You'd be
says-
using your tool proficiency, would you not?
Yes, I'm just not sure how to roll that.
I'm gonna be honest. I am not sure either. You're proficient with the brewing kit, yeah.
Yes.
So I
It
imagine.
says- Okay.
Okay, D&D. We're gonna figure this out. D&D 5e.
I'm looking up
Roll.
alchemist supply.
Brewer supplies. I don't know. We can just come up with something here, honestly. You're proficient, so we can add your proficiency modifier.
Okay.
And why don't you
So-
use your? I almost want to say survival, or even
Sure, it's a good one for me.
Yeah, that's kind of half of why I chose it. Why don't you just go with survival for now,
All right.
because you have proficiency with that.
Here we go. Nothing happened. There we go. Nope, there it is.
Epic success. Your saving throw is successful.
So it's a saving throw, not a.
Yeah.
Oops. God damn it.
What? No, that was an ability check. There's no survival saving throw.
Oh, okay.
You walk over and you kind of you check on it and it's seems done to you.
All right.
Smells pretty good.
I'll pour a glass and see
Everybody,
how it is.
yeah. If you give it a little whiff and a little sip. What was it that you had initially you were making?
It was just a basic dark brew
Yeah,
for
just
beer.
a dark ale or beer of some sort.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd pulled gotten hops and stuff from
It's a little
from
it's
the
a little strong. It's a little strong,
okay.
but it's good. And everybody
which
else
means it's a little weak, right? Yeah,
maybe
no, I'll
for
hang
your
it up.
tastes. And everybody else,
First batch.
the smell of alcohol
Everybody.
kind of permeates throughout the room.
Anyone? Okay.
Is he directly
more for me.
offering it?
Yes, I'm directly offering it to everyone.
To directly offering what? Ale?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like a dark brew.
a couple weeks ago. I set up a brew to age while we were gone, and I'm cracking the keg.
Sure.
Malcolm says, yes, okay. And he sits back down at the desk. And the Rat King, hearing you just
And drag
offer
Menon
something.
over here.
Yeah, Menon, you're over there now.
Okay.
The Rat King kind of excitedly runs over and sits down on a stool and says, drink, drink, yes, yum, yum, ha.
Yeah, I pour him a good half a mug. Slide it over to him.
Percy would sit down and have a mug.
All right. 6th place bartender.
I sit and stare at Gerd.
This is a, what year is this?
What
year is it now?
The current year, one of you, actually, was it 6? Were you the one that knew? Somebody knew recently, because you guys told, told Sam.
Oh, yeah, it was. Wasn't me, but yeah.
It was the year.
Well, I'm just gonna say it's a nice odd 8 that I started a month ago. And
851.
851. It's a good year.
Good year. The current year. Great year.
Yes.
Okay.
And it'll get you drunk. All right.
And Zelfer, you're just gonna sit there and stare at Gerd?
I'm gonna try to make some conversation with Malcolm.
Okay, and what would that conversation be? Or are you just gonna go ahead.
Does he still have the bottle of ashes?
Yeah.
Mr. Malcolm,
taking it.
what are you gonna do with the ashes?
That I'm not quite sure of. I'm going to study them, and hopefully not let them out, and perhaps bring them back to my. Well, are you familiar with the Mages Guild?
Would Percy know anything about the Mages Guild?
Am I familiar with the Mages Guild?
I don't think you would be.
So. Unless I've read something about it.
You know
Would
what?
Percy?
You might have read something. If being in Direwood, you might have read something about it. Percy would be. Percy would know that there's a history of the Mages Guild in the city of Direwood. Zelfer, why don't you make a history check? Yeah.
Mages Guild still exists.
Zelfer, you've heard of it, but you don't know anything about it.
I love with a nat 1 I get an 8.
Yeah. Well, anyway, if you've heard of them.
Mr. Malcolm, I have
Yes.
another question for you.
Hmm.
May I cast a message to send it to you without you yelling at me?
He kind of squints at you. Be my guest.
Alright, hold on. Let's go to Secret, my guy. Yes, Eden, I never break contact with Gerd.
You're talking to fucking Malcolm staring at Gerd.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
Casting message.
Hmm.
Give me a second, I'm chewing a piece of pizza.
Oh god, yes.
Mr. Malcolm, there's a man of intelligence. Have you attempted to research these rats? Myself, I come from a background of research, and since coming here, I've wanted to cut one open and see how it ticks.
I have been here performing research for some time. I have not cut one open, not intentionally, but I am researching the effects of the hysterium on them.
Okay, that's all. I nod and continue looking at Gerd.
Girl, I love you and your hairy boobs.
Epic. Percy, are
And
you
your
heading over to
clockwise
the
vagina?
table? Oh my god. Are you walking over to the bar as well to have something to drink, or are you just what you doing with James?
James.
Percy?
Oh, me? I
Yeah.
didn't hear my name. I'm sorry. Well, I would have had my drink, and then I would have headed over to Malcolm, my boy.
Had your drink?
Yeah, I grabbed the drink.
Oh, like you grabbed a drink from him and then walked over to Malcolm. Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
James is just eagerly following you.
Yeah, nice. I get a dude.
Yeah.
Epic.
Okay. Let's go over to the bar. The 6, you're passing out drinks. Menon and Sam, are you guys just drinking it? You're just having a blast?
just sipping on it, having a good time. By the way, feel free to tell me when I stop fucking floating.
Oh yeah, I will. Trust me.
Love it.
Okay. And Sam, what about you?
Just casually drinking.
Just casual drinking. Okay. The Rat King looks up at you in a second and he goes, "Can I try? Yes, try sip. Yes, ha."
Does he always sound like he's on coke?
6?
Yeah, he fucking does.
Just. Sip.
Okay, I guess for now
You get-
we'll go over
get
to
another-
Percy then. Percy, what you saying to Malcolm?
He's gonna go, oh, so you're into like demonic stuff, right?
I wouldn't say into, but intrigued
Well, I mean,
by.
you got like the whole dagger staring situation thing in the basement, you know?
when you recognize something powerful, would you too not be a little surprised to see it in the hands of, well, and he kind of nods towards Zelfer.
Hey, look at this! I say, summoning my sword.
he kind of, his head, he, looks a little surprised and goes, are you, which one?
What do you mean?
Which one?
Oh,
You know what I
fucking
mean.
know which one.
No, I don't. That's why I'm asking.
I know you don't, and that's why it's hilarious to me.
Why is that hilarious?
Because he's so underappreciated, you know?
He's... What? He seems genuinely confused. Would you...
That's exactly what I was going for.
Would you prefer not to say it in front of everyone else?
No, I don't care. Bahamut. Wrong one.
Muhammad, praise beyond a he.
Praise
Well,
beyond a
Bahamut's,
he.
like, the good one. I always thought Bahamut was bad.
Do you
because
say
his, like,
Baphomet out
name was
loud?
evil. Yeah, I would have.
Okay. Does anybody else in the party have any sort of history or connection or anything in the backstory that might pertain to knowing about demons?
I mean, I have a religion, but
He's. I mean,
Why doesn't everybody make me a religion check real quick? Anybody who might have
Sure.
heard that.
Give me a sec, my finger was in my ear.
God, I fucking love it when you put your fingers in places they're not supposed to be.
My ear itches.
My asshole.
a whole 4 for religion.
I got a 6. My guy.
Menon, since you're kind of floating in the back, just sipping a little bit, you feel yourself start to come down a little bit. You eventually do. Your feet are now touching the ground, but you still kind of feel like you have to push them in order to do so. But you kind of recall he said Baphomet out loud, and you're pretty sure that's a pretty evil demon deity of some sort, probably.
You're very clear on that, thank you.
Did you catch that, Eden?
She was
I
talking to
believe
someone.
she's, yeah.
Okay, well, all right, moving on then.
Oh, she messaged something in Discord, hold on.
Oh, did she?
Mom came in, can't hear you.
Angry face. All right.
Fucking
okay.
white people, am I right?
And Malcolm would respond to you, Baphomet. Really? Oh, adorable.
so did
Now
I know?
Percy's turned to
Or-
genuinely look confused.
Yes, Menon would recall Baphomet. Yeah, pretty sure that's like big, scary demon deity, evil something or other. Something
Dude,
about
really
a
right on the
something
head.
about a maze, or I don't know. Maybe it's got horns.
Like a
I think-
minotaur? No, I know.
Minotaur, Minotaur.
Anyway, but that is what Malcolm says to you, Percy. And
Sweet.
Zelfer, you're kind of just like in between this conversation.
He is looking back and forth like a child because he is sitting crisscross applesauce.
Yep.
So every time they say something, his head.
That's
moves
exactly
to
how I
the
imagined him. Yeah.
He's so cute and so horrible at the same time. I love him.
He will violently murder a ratling if you let him.
And Malcolm would say, "I must
So with
ask,
most children.
how did that come to be?"
Who is he asking me?
Yeah.
Okay. 15 years does a lot to a man.
15 years. So you struck a bargain while imprisoned?
Yeah. You know, when there's nobody else to call out to, you kind of just start talking to yourself, and whoever comes, they come.
Then I must apologize for the adorable comment. I'm sorry. But you made the decision, and here we are.
Oh, I don't think I've introduced myself, and I hold out my hand and I say Percival Crafton.
And he would look at you kind of like, almost cross-eyed. I'm like, Crafton. Right. And he walks over to you and shakes your hand and says, "Oh, call me the Slayer King."
Hey, that's my brother.
He looks over at you, and then he calls out to Six. Are they all pathological liars?
Not a dull moment.
No.
Buddy,
Mr.
I have-
Malcolm. Mr. Sam's name is in the book.
Mr. Sam, the book, what?
Mr. Sam, show him.
Oh, forgive me. I also forgot to introduce myself. My name is Samael.
Samael, my name is
Samael.
Malcolm. Good to meet you. And he does shake your
Green eggs?
hand. It's a very
And I'm
weak grip,
green eggs
but he shakes your
again.
hand.
I grasp it with a very strong grip, like my father taught me.
And he kind
I
of winces.
crush his hand.
Yeah.
For he is weak.
I imagine both of you. He didn't shake your hand, Percy, but he kind of winces a little bit and he goes, "Yes, quite. Yeah, indeed. Well, good to meet you, Samael."
My name is Samael Dyer. He's talking about this book. I hand
Samael
him my,
Dyer. Am I in a room full of kings now? Is that it? We're all
I
kings.
wasn't a king.
Yes.
I wasn't a king. I was just a guard.
And the only Dyer
of the guard.
family in Direwood is the line of kings.
I'm just.
Yes, starting with my brother.
Hey, surprise! That's us, fuckhead. We're getting the boys back together. Welcome to our band, We Three King.
The boys are back in town.
Boys are back in town. Boys are back in town.
No,
He
my
kinda
brother.
Looks back
Samuel.
and forth at you, perplexed, at Percy and.
He would ask if he wanted like.
Look, I
fuck,
don't
what's
know
the
how
word?
I'm alive and why everyone thinks that this is tough. I'm still having a hard time believing
Proof
that the
is
year
what I was looking
what
for.
the year is.
Malcolm's gonna go ahead and make a history check. Okay. Yeah. Okay. He looks at you, Sam, and goes, the only Dyers in Direwood are the kings. You're no king." And then
No, I'm not. I'm the fucking brother of the first king.
the
Yeah,
first
weird.
king.
I said that, motherfucker.
Nico. I'm a prince. Get it through your fucking
The
head.
first king.
Yes, Samuel, my brother.
Thousands of years ago, I assume.
There was a.
What the fuck are you talking about?
There was a ruin on the floor in a
I was
dungeon,
told 700.
and we walked in, and there was a flash of light, and then that man had a hole in his chest.
A whole. Your armor is actually summoned, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. He looks. Well, there is a hole in his chest.
Yeah.
Heavily
Someone stabbed
necroman-
me in the
there was
back.
There was a lot of necromancy magic. I saw that, and then it was gone, and then he was there. It's Mr. Sam. He's in the book.
In the book. Yes.
He made.
Of course, the book.
He has
I
the book. How
handed
did-
him the book.
He
Already.
He made kobolds go
He,
extinct.
he says that. He's like, yes, the book, of course. He's looking down at it in Brief History of Direwood. Yes.
I show him my family crest.
He's kind of looking. He looks at it, kind of cocks his head for a moment, perplexed. Where did you get 6? The
This
loud
crest
one.
is mine. My brother gave it to me.
6 and loud one.
We started this.
What's going on here?
Percy's gonna chuckle.
Can you
and be like,
confirm
"Hey,
the year
shit."
to me? These people said it was year 851.
Wait, who's loud one?
Your loud one. Yes, 851 of the third
Oh,
age.
Yay.
Have you been
Uh,
living
he's-
under a rock?
Wait,
No,
He's the
six.
brother of the
It's
first king of
supposed to be your
Direwood, and he's the
151.
son of the current king of Direwood.
Hopefully,
I don't know.
previous.
I don't keep up with politics.
Oh.
Not really important to me. I just kind of move wherever there's good booze.
Also, Sam,
here.
you
I
last
say
you remember
according
is
to the
101.
101?
Yeah, 101.
Oh.
Mhm.
See, I woke up a few days ago. It was year 101. Then I woke up after getting stabbed in the back, and suddenly they're telling me it's 851.
Okay. At this point, Malcolm would stand up, and he was shouting, 6 and loud one. What's going on here? And
Yes?
what did you guys respond?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. First of all,
Yes.
Menon. It's Menon.
Men,
She's not
loud
that
one.
loud.
Men, women, and whatever.
Why do you call her loud one? She's not really that loud.
Yeah, if anybody's here is loud, it's the fish one.
The fish one. Yes, he
Is
does
that
have
a
strange
term of
eyes.
endearment?
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah.
He kind of has a really smiling, kind of close. You know that closed eye smile when you're like actually genuinely happy. He does
Just like
that to you.
the very peaceful happiness.
Yeah, because he's never been called anything endearing, so now you tell him that the term of endearment he's very happy with.
Six, would you have been letting the Rat King have as much alcohol as he wanted this whole time?
Because
he'd keep asking for more.
I poured him a half mug,
Uh-huh.
and did that seem to
He
cause
downed
him
it.
But does it seem to be affecting him at all?
Not yet.
All right, I'll give him another half mug.
He downs it,
Okay.
smiling each time by the time he finishes it.
Yes. I'm going to smile back, and I'm going to say, moderation.
He says, "What is this, Twitch stream?"
If you have too much, you'll get sick.
Oh, I know. Get sick of this. No, haha.
No, not tired of it, but literally
He reaches
vomiting.
out. He reaches out his hands. Yeah, more, please. Haha. I like, enjoy.
I pour him a half mug.
He downs it.
It fucking does, like when you type a keyword, just keep slamming predicted text.
And
More mug? Yes,
so
very
yeah,
tasty.
he had
Yes.
3 half mugs, and that's what was happening, during this other dialogue. And by now he is plastered, and he's kind of like spinning around. Woo! I am King Rat. He's having a grand old time, and Malcolm is beckoning for you to come over and explain to him what the fuck is going on. Okay.
Yes. He had a little much.
Right.
No, not the fucking rat, you dumb.
Yeah, the Rat King.
Oh.
Yeah, he does his thing.
Sorry, what was the question?
Would you come here and explain to me exactly what's going on with these kings and whatnot?
Okay, sure, yes. I approached the bench.
Again, I'm not a king. I don't know how many
Dyer
times I
is
have
the
to
king's
explain that.
name. I don't know how many times I have to explain
think
that.
I would be the king.
My brother was a king.
Your brother, right? Yes. What are you also of Crafton?
No.
Me? No.
Right. Menon and Six, you two seem sane enough. Would you like to explain to me these 3? While the rat giggles in the corner.
Sir, here's proof. I say summoning the relic sword from the fucking family. The other sword, the regular sword that I use, which is the family heirloom sword.
Yeah. And he looks at it and he says, "Congratulations, you can summon a sword."
Buddy, fam, friend.
Dumbass.
Does he not recognize potentially a family crest?
I guess he doesn't.
Okay.
Either that or it holds no meaning to him.
Yes, I say. What do you know about traveling between 2 points on a 4th dimensional?
I've heard tell it's possible, but quite difficult,
like it.
and across thousands of years, I doubt that.
What are you talking about? Thousands?
Direwood's been here forever, has it not?
750.
Seven.
If
Oh,
what these
really?
people tell me is true, and the year really is 851,
Which it is.
I died, or at least I was stabbed in the year 101.
And at this point, Malcolm kind of picks up the book in one hand, and in the other hand, he kind of shakes a glowing green bottle and says, "By the way, this was the rat's making. Does anybody want this?" He tried
What
to
is
give it
it?
to me. I don't know.
I'll take it.
Okay, there you go. Please take it out of my hands.
Thank you. I will keep that here.
Okay, roll D100.
Am I drinking it?
No, I just need you're taking it, so I need.
Oh,
it
okay.
to be
Got it.
identified.
Roll 6.
How fitting.
That's your name.
Oh, good God. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and mark. You have potion 6.
Potion.
Basically, don't drink it
6.
after that one.
You either really do or really don't want to drink it. It's
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
I'll,
You drink it at the right time, and it'll be great.
All right.
Anyway.
Good to know.
Zoom.
I'm gonna save that one.
Yeah. In the other hand, he kind of starts reading the book. He says, "Where exactly should I be reading in here? You're telling me And he kind of starts thumbing through it. The founding, are you a founder? Immigration, growth, important rulers. Samuel. Oh, are you Samuel, the Slayer King?
No, nerd. I told you, I am Samael.
Oh, well, perhaps you were just slurring. I don't know. Samael. Wait. He reads in the book. He reads out loud about Samuel the Slayer King and his brother Samael, who founded Direwood. He reads that out loud and says, "And you had 2 sons, Amenadiel,
Uriel and Amenadiel.
Uriel. Oh, right. And this makes no sense."
The book says that they ended up becoming the second king and chief
Advisor, yes.
advisor, but I wasn't alive to see it, unfortunately.
Well, tell me then, something that only somebody who was there at the founding of the city might know. Riddle me that.
Riddle me that.
But
Alright, Mr. Enigma.
Mr. Malcolm, if he tells you something only he would know, how would you know if it's true or not? Could he just come up with an elaborate lie?
Well, then
I
he'd be a
tell
good
him-
liar.
I tell him everything from us growing up in whatever the other city was. I essentially, I'm telling everyone, I guess, since I'm saying it out loud. We were living in a city. They didn't care about their people. People were dying left and right. We lost our little brother. And then we decided then to make a city. And we found this plot of land. We started building homes on it. Eventually those homes, it turned into a small village. Eventually it turned into a town. My brother was declared king. And he named me the guard captain. And then I ended up going out on a mission and someone stabbed me. Someone or something stabbed me. Then I woke up here.
And this entire time, Malcolm is kind of writing this down in a notepad. And he looks up at you and says, "So what you're telling me, if this is true, you are the closest thing to an heir to the throne of Direwood there is. If the king is dead, if Crafton himself, the Gentle," and he looks directly
We
at
can
Percy
only
when he
fucking
says
hope.
that. If he says Crafton the Gentle, looking at Percy, is dead, then perhaps you would be the heir to the throne, or, and he looks over at you, Percy, and you said you're a Crafton.
His son.
His son. How interesting. And he smiles like a big, stupid grin. He's like, 2 heirs to the throne in 1 room.
Thank you.
We
for,
found that one in prison.
Yes.
I was
prison.
in prison.
I think the 2 kings should just agree
Fight to
split
the
it
death.
evenly. Okay.
You realize how preposterous all of this sounds.
Not
You
as preposterous
realize
as
how
the movie
preposterous your
Drunken.
accents.
Unfortunately, these are the cards that were dealt to me. I'm still trying to find out who or what brought me here
You don't have any
and
cards.
why.
Aces and 8s.
Malcolm looks to you, Sam, and says, he kind of reaches out his hand towards you, and then stops and says, "May I?"
You're not gonna hurt me, are you?
Probably not. I've never tried it with somebody this old.
Go for it. Hey, hey! I'm 36, bro.
What happened to Dot?
Apparently you're 786 years old, so we'll find out. What was that, Minute?
I said,
I
what
died
happened
at
to not asking about a lady's age?
If we
I
cut them
didn't
open,
ask.
maybe like trees will have rings.
Well, that's sort of what I'm doing. And his hand begins to glow, and he starts pointing his hand toward your chest, Sam, and he's extending his hand toward your chest. Are you going to allow him to touch you?
Sure.
And he touches your chest, and you feel a slight warmth. And he seems to concentrate for a moment. He kind of just sits there with his hand on your chest through the gaping hole in your armor. It's kind of awkward for a moment. And then the warmth goes away, and he pulls his hand back, and he says, "You're 786 years old."
And he just moans.
Again, I died at 36. I think I'll keep my 36.
No, no, no. You are 786 years old. That spell is never wrong.
What about me? I say.
But I feel like 36, so I'm gonna.
You're only as old as you
I
feel.
stick with
suppose
that.
age is just a number.
First
Mr.
of all,
Malcolm,
watch it. What about me? What about me? What about me?
If you'd like for me to try as well, why not? And he walks up to you, Percy, and he says, and again, his hand starts glowing. He says, "May I?"
Yeah, go ahead.
He
I mean,
touches-
I asked.
So yeah, same deal. And he says, "I must ask. It's a part of the deal." And he touches your chest, and it's again, kind of awkwardly long pause. He pulls away. And he says, 30.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Malcolm,
Yes.
No.
that
And
spell,
Malcolm looks over. And he says, "I'll touch your chest if you'd like."
No.
that spell,
Yes.
No.
would it
You
only
wish,
count
buddy.
your current life?
Come again.
Simic as my kind, we come from modifying people. That's why I have I have high elf features.
Yes.
I don't know how old I was in my past life. I don't know who I was in my past life. All I can remember is
He kind of squints at you and looks around at everyone else, looking for some answer to what he's hearing right now.
He
Shrug.
participated in the Hunger Games.
The what?
Yeah.
No, that's
He was
four, though.
hungry. What?
No, I found things to eat.
So you
if
want to
could
know
get-
your age? You're
Well,
not sure.
I know my age in this current life. I know how long I've been this way. But I don't know my total age.
Simic. I feel as though I've heard that before. Come here. And he beckons for you to come over.
I come, not knowing personal space, I am like right up against him.
And he's
You got
he
like hand in his
takes
pants
just
and
like
you're
one
ready.
step back. His hand begins to glow again, and he extends it toward your chest. May I?
Oh, is my armor gonna get in the way?
It should be
Follow me,
fine.
Vinny.
Alright, then touch me.
He kind of closes his eyes and shakes his head at that. Fine. And he touches your chest.
Sounds like Braxton.
And for a moment,
There we
awkward
go.
long pause, whatever. And he pulls his hand away and says, "You're 36 years old."
But I've only been this way for 26 years.
I didn't realize I was running around
Well,
with a bunch of old people.
Perhaps you were taken as a
Yeah.
child?
Interesting. Thank you. You've enlightened me.
That is interesting indeed. I would like to know more about Simics. I've only heard about them in passing. Rather
have a-
grim bunch, aren't
Oh
they?
yes, I kind of pull up my sleeve, and you can see again, starting at my wrist down, it is completely like grafted on skin. Punishments.
Hmm.
Question about your suit of armor.
Mm-hmm.
I can't perform this magic, but would a dispel magic trick disable him?
He ponders this for a moment. Perhaps, but I'd prefer you didn't try.
I do not have the magic. I'm testing my curiosity.
He's
See,
a little baby boy.
I
He
am-
does
They
not
don't-
know.
They don't
That-
allow me to do as much research and testing as I like to, or have in my previous time. So I'm stuck on questions.
Are you sure your name isn't Harry? Because you're a natural-born wizard.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Uh,
I cast hold on, I cast fireball.
Okay, everybody make a dex saving throw.
That
Um,
was a stretch. That one was
God.
I
was a
walk
stretch.
I walk over and
God.
sit next to the Rat King.
Okay. And he calls over to you, Menon. Darling, are you sure you wouldn't like for me to touch your chest? I can tell you how
Shut
old
the
you
fuck
are.
up, creepy old man.
I'm not that old.
How old are
Yes,
you?
you are. Shut up.
Well, perhaps if you come here and touch my chest, you can find out.
Can I,
I'll touch his chest.
you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna reach like I'm gonna touch his chest, and then I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Roll the hit. With advantage.
I love this.
What up, Trevis?
Come on,
How's it going?
why aren't you loading character sheet? There we go.
Because you're gay.
Yeah, probably.
Gay throwing
Homophobic.
everything.
Okay.
Wow.
You kind of touch his chest. I assume
Wow.
you're kind of like being deceivingly seductive and kind of touching his
Mhm.
chest a little
Oh,
bit.
yeah.
Look up at
Oh,
him
yeah.
with or actually, how tall are you? How tall is Menon?
3.
No, about I'd say about 5'8".
5'8". You're looking directly eye to eye with him.
Shorty.
Yeah.
I'm taller than
Fucking
the rest.
manlet.
And he
I'm a half elf.
yeah. He's
Tall
a
ass
high
half
elf.
elf.
You're making eye contact with him, and he actually blushes a little bit. And then while you've got him kind of distracted, you just sock him in the jaw and send him reeling back a little bit. And you do deal 4 damage. And immediately, hold on. So he goes reeling back a bit,
Gerd just fucking eviscerated.
and I need you to make me a dex saving throw.
Can do. Can do. You said Dex?
Yes. You just made it. Out of the
That's
corner of your
like
eye.
Skilled dex, not save.
Oh, yeah. No, I need a saving throw, not a check.
Bitch.
Come on, 15.
96.
Oh yeah, I'm on the run.
Oh, no. So out of the-
920. I
Out of
remember
the
that
corner of your eye, you see some movement, and suddenly you're being crushed by Gerd. He has belly flopped on top of you, and you are crushed into the ground. And you're going to take 16 points of bludgeoning damage as you are crushed into the ground.
Holy fuck.
And,
I'm gonna sigh and put
That
my
is half
scythe,
my
and
health.
Malcolm
across
goes,
this dude's
"Why
throat.
would you do that? Oh, Gerd, no, off, retreat, Gerd, no." And you're just underneath like, "Ah." and Gerd goes like right in your ear. He goes, "Gerd," and and stands up and,
That was right in
and
my
goes
ear.
back.
I look over seeing this, and I'm gonna cast. She's within 30 feet of me, right?
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, I mean,
I'll move to get within 30 feet.
I'm gonna be honest. That's probably not exact measurements for this room.
I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
was
get.
gonna say, that's a big fucking room.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Now, if I'm in 30 feet, I'm gonna point at her, and I'm gonna cast my new level 3 spell.
Mm-hmm.
I take 17 points. No, I take 17 points of damage, and she heals double that.
Okay.
I take.
God damn.
You're
Wait,
at
how
full
the
health.
hell did You get 50 from there. I just measured.
Did you
Because I
change
just changed
Holden?
it. I just changed
Okay.
it.
Oh, you
Okay.
fucking threw me for a loop. I was like, what?
So you heal a lot of health.
Yeah, a lot.
34
Troll
health.
the dead.
Troll the dad.
Can't
Save
Save
punch
success.
and
Very
dead.
little happens.
You point.
Target
at
one dad.
within range. The sound of a horrible pun fills the air around it for a moment. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d8 punching damage. If the target laughs, it instead takes 1d12 damage.
Yo, I bet if I bet he uses that spell with punishing accuracy, dadly
Fucking
accuracy,
troll.
Every
Oh.
time.
Sadly.
So I touch my
dadly
chest,
precision.
and you can see like this necrotic energy enter my train from my body into my hand, and a little bit of blood starts trickling from my mouth and my nose. And I just point it at Menon, and it all just transfers over, and like waves of this whitish energy going into her and healing her. I pull my hand down and go back to fucking with the Rat King.
And over at Zelfer and the Rat King, the Rat King is just overjoyed. He's like, "New friend, hello, new friend. we friends. friend companion.
Can you dodge?
Zelfer.
Can you dodge a flick, Rat King?
a flick,
Do
a flick,
not
a flick, flick,
hurt
flick.
the Rat
I-
King.
A flick, a flick, flick, flick.
I hold my finger up and flick his nose.
You boop his snoot, and he kind of reels back a little bit. Goes, "Oh, I know, dodge that one. Do again. And he moves his face toward you.
Son of a-
I pull up my little notebook, the one I actually put my notes in, and I take a note about reflexes, and I go, "Are you ready?
Yeah. Do again.
In 3 seconds, I will flick you."
Okay, yeah.
I move my other hand right above his knee and keep my right hand at his nose and my left hand at his knee. 1, 2, 3. I flick with my left hand.
You flick him, and again he kind of reels back like, oh fuck.
Wait, you flicked his knee though, right?
Yeah, I tried to trick him with my right, like flicking his nose.
Yeah.
I only flick his knee.
And he kind of like kicks his leg and reels back and goes, oh, oh Trixie. He's
Is
like,
it because my flicks are too small that you can't dodge them? I can try something bigger.
oh,
Hold on, I feel
bigger.
like this is you when you're drunk.
I pull out my dagger, not my dagger, my actual dagger, and go, all right, can you dodge?
Oh, I could dodge. I got dodge.
Zophyr, don't.
I'm testing
Yeah,
reflexes.
Malcolm
it's
kind of
research.
peers over and goes. He looks at men and is like, I do enjoy a woman in control. After as he's kind of like rubbing his jaw. He looks at you and says, keep in touch. And he says, maybe you should go help your friend before he gets stabbed.
Can
He
I?
dabbed?
Can I? You know what? I'm gonna stomp on his foot and then go
I wouldn't do
go
that
over to help
if I were you.
Zelfer.
Roll the
I
hit.
don't care.
You're gonna get fucking squished again.
Yeah, and then I'll heal myself and Zelfer. So I can do that.
Is anyone stopping me from stabbing the Rat King?
So
I'm
far,
going to.
not really.
I'm stopping you from stabbing the Rat King.
You're not near me. I go to stab the Rat King in the left arm. Dodge this. Ready? Dodge. And I move my hand forward with the dagger.
Men in first.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, because I see he's already got the dagger out. I'm gonna sprint over there.
Stop
And
me.
Yeah, are you?
And stop
No, I
him.
need you to roll the hit for Malcolm.
oh yeah, that's right. Hold on.
She's like purposely trying to dodge it.
She's like,
Right, it's like,
actually, I'm going over here now.
No, I'm not. I genuinely forgot. Thank you for reminding me. Roll to hit, right?
Yes, please.
Don't.
Okay, you stomp right in front of his foot and then run to help the Rat King. And I assume 6 is running over as well.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yep, you guys run over.
I mean, it was mostly just to make him flinch anyway.
And he did.
Good.
You
I'll
heard
run
a
over
little
there.
rumble from Gerd, like, Gerd. So what are you guys doing to try to stop him? And Sam and Percy, what are you doing?
I'm
I'm asking for my book back.
Malcolm would give it
gonna
back.
grab his arm.
Mhm.
The arm with the
Appreciate it.
knife.
I'm not trying to stab. I'm trying to poke him with the knife. I'm not trying to.
The Rat King
Cause
kind of
him-
leans forward and says,
You
I
don't
dodge,
know that.
dodge, I get out the way, I move.
Dodge! Poke!
Yeah, he poke, I dodge, I go, I drink, I go, I dodge.
I just want to poke him.
That's enough.
I'm still moving to poke it.
I'm.
Yeah,
Then
like
he grabs
I said,
my arm.
I grabbed grabbed the wrist of the hand that has the dagger in it.
So
I would
those,
be like,
you can,
Zelfer.
Zelfer, are you going to try to do it anyway?
I'm trying to poke.
Zelfer.
I am trying to poke the Rat King. Not enough to cause that much damage, just to poke.
Zelfer, make a
Zelfer.
strength check. 6 and Menon, you can both roll strength if you'd like, or one of you can roll with advantage.
Well,
as an
this one's
assist.
gonna go well for me.
Hey, 6, you want to roll with advantage?
I wouldn't mind.
Spin
Here
it.
we go.
Test me.
That's the strongest Zophyr has ever been.
Oh!
That's with advantage, that's with advantage.
It's so close.
No, they do manage to pull your arm back, and with the dagger, and you're not able to get the dagger closer to this Rat King. And as this is happening, the Rat King kind of leans forward, real close to Zelfer, and looks at 6 and goes, "More drink, I like this drink, and make me feel warm and good." And
Okay,
I say,
Are they both holding my hand with the dagger? They both are, right?
Yes.
I slap the Rat King.
I'm not even gonna make you roll. He's right in front of you. Roll a
And
d4.
drunk.
Hold on. I just want to see like what I would have rolled.
Sure, go ahead.
I would have beat
would've
both
beaten
of you,
you.
fuckers.
Yeah, he would have beat both of you.
2.
It's a good thing you took. Yeah, 2. Okay, so you slap the Rat King, dealing 1 damage, and he goes, "Oh, I know, dodge that one." Sneaky, sneaky.
You are not very good at this, Mr. Rat King.
Mr. Marcus, Rat King. Yes, that is me.
Mr. Six, your friend here has terrible reflexes.
Zelfer,
Yes.
if you hurt one of the rats, I will kill you. Am I
I'd like-
clear?
I'd like to see you try.
Roll initiative.
we fighting? You have a high
No.
chance. I have so little health right now.
Dude, do you know how fun it was when there was another brawl in here and I get to beat the shit out of a kid while turning
Hey,
into
Six,
a
I have
bear
a question.
simultaneously?
Yes,
Are you actually calling for initiative?
I'm not.
Oh, okay, fine.
At the moment.
Fine,
I
fine.
gave my warning.
Zelfer doesn't see. He looks at you and goes, "What am I doing? I'm not trying to stop. I'm not trying to kill the man. I wanted to test his
Zelfer,
reflexes."
If
Yes,
you
Mr.
harm one of the rats, I will kill you.
I put the blade.
And the Rat King's sitting there saying, he kill, no harm, no
Oh,
harm, no harm.
Define harm with a blade or with my hands as I just slapped him. Because then, being what you said, kill me.
There
You
is no
fucking
smile in
coward.
my eyes.
There's no smile
If
on
you
Zelfer's
harm
face.
another rat,
No harm, no
I
harm, no harm, no harm.
will
no harm.
kill you.
No harm, no harm.
and that
no
is
harm.
all I have to say about this.
Either define harm or get out of my way.
Define.
Do you have a
define.
dictionary in your
Rats,
stack
rat,
of books?
rat, Mark, Mark,
No.
Marky, Mark.
But
You
are you
should get
talking
one.
about
We can wait for you
major
to walk
damage?
to town if you want.
Are you talking about major
I'll give you a
damage?
gold. I hand you a gold piece. Go get a dictionary.
I actually add the gold piece to my inventory.
Aiden,
Go
are you
get a
gonna bonk one of them? You can bonk one of them. They're sitting here arguing. You can bonk them.
I look Six in the eyes. Mr. Six.
Isaac, I know you're tired, buddy.
Yeah.
I tell you both, shut up. Zelfer, keep your hands to yourself is what he means.
Mr. Six.
I'm looking at you.
If you
I
have
want
to
to bonk
designate
one of them with a fucking quarterstaff.
Are you rolling to hit both of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the rats. I thought you were just gonna bonk the rats like a little head
Oh.
bonk. Oh my
No.
god! I
In the
thought
middle
were
of
gonna
you
just
guys
bludgeon two
arguing,
of the rats.
Menon kind of takes out her quarterstaff and swings it at both of you. Both of you are able to move out of the way, but she swings it around. And do you say anything as you're doing so? Trying to bonk them?
Knock it off.
I stand up, look Mr. Six, look Six in the eyes.
Mr. Six.
I'm
Suck.
looking at you.
I
My
am not
ass.
going to harm them in any way that is major. Me testing those reflexes by flicks, and I promise I will not use a blade on them. But if it's like that slap, is that okay? As long as
No.
they have agreed to it.
Sure.
Because I'm not trying to harm him, because you are, as I would consider you a friend, Mr. Six. However, I'd like to test them and see if their reflexes are and if they're growing. Because if I test their reflexes now and come back and they are greater than before, that is something that's noteworthy, don't you think?
The Rat King is still giggling and twirling around in his stool.
Wouldn't
Do
you
what you're
agree
gonna
that-
do.
Wouldn't you agree that is noteworthy? If you disagree with that, then I will stop. But I would like to see if they are truly getting better and evolving.
Malcolm kind of calls over at this point. I've observed them for quite some time. The Hysterium does increase their reflexes.
I gesture
There you
over to
go.
him. If you want me to be honest, I kind of lean closer. If you want me to be honest, Mr. Six, I do not trust that man. He is fun, but not trustworthy. But I grab the dagger and I put it away. As you wish,
Thank
I
you.
will not stab him. But I'd like to continue some tests on him in his current state.
Boy, maybe you should compare notes with
Compare notes with what?
the wizard over there.
I could, or, Mr.
I
Six.
could
go
not.
back.
Fuckhead.
I go to drink.
Mr. Six, oh no, he wouldn't apologize. I do not wish to upset you.
That is appreciated.
And if you would like retribution, I can carve it out of myself.
I require no retribution.
Then we are good.
Indeed.
However,
now.
if you threaten me again, I will make sure to hurt you. Is that understood?
Zel-
You won't
Zelfer.
touch him.
If I threaten you again, you won't have time.
Oh.
I'd like to see that play out.
I'm sure you
Oh,
would.
don't.
It'd be fun.
You're both idiots and I hate you.
Menon
he
says out loud.
He extends his right hand.
Yes.
One day, Mr. Six, I'd like to test against you.
If the
You
time
see
is
them in
right.
bed together one morning. Oh fuck. Not that way.
In a friendly game of contest, of course.
Of course.
He'll-
I sip.
Malcolm
extends
kind
his
of
right hand.
calls out from across the room. I'd also like to see that.
Shut
Perhaps-
the fuck up, you old
Perhaps,
nerd bitch.
perhaps later tonight or tomorrow we can set up a little tournament.
Unnecessary, I say, and walk off toward the stairs.
What if I had a prize in it for you?
I
Hard for
flick
me
the
to hear
rat.
you when I'm not in the room.
I flick the Rat King.
And the Rat King kind of like getting flicked, kind of reels back again. Oh, I still don't dodge.
I'm not in the room.
Okay, and that is where we will end for the night.
Uh,
Alright.